from both of these platforms.
Yeah.
YouTube with Final Yard Football, computer straight here, right in front of me, and Sports Dish on Sportscaster. So we'll be live with both of these streams as we get YouTube in here. What is good, everybody?
Right.
Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Final Yard Football on YouTube. I'm calling play-by-play today. Buffalo Bills versus New York Jets, alongside my co-host John from Off the Wall Hockey.
What's up, guys?
Also on YouTube as well. Feel free to check him out. This computer towards my left, I've got the Sports Dish on Sportscaster as well. If you guys haven't done so already, feel free to become a fan of mine on Sportscaster, as right now we are in 10th place in the running for this month on Sportscaster, as we just keep on going. This is awesome. Thanks so much, everybody, for the support. And we have Vegas Vix here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, Vegas Vix. Yes, indeed. Football is back better than ever. First ever NFL Sunday here. And we're going to be watching football all day. So, yeah, my friend John here, co-host. Baker Mayfield, so high on him
all
this
in
season.
on the Browns this year.
He's all in on the Browns.
Hype train is fully loaded and ready to go. Browns are going 11-5 and going to win the division.
That is exactly what I predicted for the Browns this season. 11-5 for them in the AFC North. Then the Steelers, I've got 10-6, and the Ravens as well. I got 10-6. I think
three teams from the
all three teams will be in the playoffs. That's what I have predicted. As the Browns will win it, the Steelers will be the 5 seed. The Ravens will be the 6 seed, sneaking in.
That's going to leave the Chiefs or the Chargers out.
Yep, I got the Chargers out.
Oh, Chargers out of the playoffs.
I have the Chargers out at 9-7 because of the Melvin Gordon holdouts. They also...
They did lose their best defensive player.
Yeah, best defensive player there in the defense for the Chargers. They also lost, and I'm still not convinced. They won, I think, 5 games last season by like a score of they won those games by like a touchdown or less by the Chargers. So they played close games, and we're going to get kickoff here momentarily as we are right now 12:56 p.m. approaching the 1 o'clock hour very shortly on Final Yard Football on YouTube and the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster.
We've got 7 1 o'clock games today. LA, Carolina, great matchup there. Cleveland and Tennessee, I will be watching that one very closely. Kansas City and Jacksonville. It's going to be interesting to see if the Jacksonville's defense is good enough to slow down that Chiefs offense. If Jacksonville can play defense there, that game could be a lot closer than people think. Miami and Baltimore, I think is just going to be a beatdown. Atlanta and Minnesota, fantastic matchup.
Could be the game of the week right there.
That definitely should be one of the best games this weekend. Buffalo and New Jersey, our game we're watching here. Philadelphia and Washington. I'm glad we're not watching that. That's going to be destruction.
Because we're from New England, we're from Massachusetts, so that game is what we're getting on Fox.
On Fox, we're getting Philly and Washington.
We're going with CBS today with Bills versus Jets because that's the game on Fox with Philly versus Washington.
So if you're Fox, you have the option of LA versus Carolina because Fox is mostly NFC. You have Philadelphia, or you show Philadelphia and Washington when you have the option of LA, Carolina, or Atlanta, Minnesota, which are 2 way better games, and they choose to show Philly and Washington.
They might even honestly switch that game over at halftime. If it gets that out of control,
it might be like 40-7
last season when they showed Saints versus Bengals, and it was like 38-0 or something at halftime. That might be the game that goes they automatically transfer you over to the Vikings versus the Falcons right at halftime. Oh man.
Some decent, not decent.
The later games.
The later games aren't bad either. Indianapolis and LA Chargers, I think that's going to be a really fun game to watch. A lot of offense in that game for sure. Cincinnati and Seattle, I think the Bengals are going to be awful this year. Detroit and Arizona, a battle of 2 terrible teams, but they're both terrible, so it might actually be a competitive game because they're both so bad. And then obviously we have Dallas and New York as anytime the Giants and Cowboys play, it's
always
like the game of the week on
basically.
Fox.
Joe Buck, Troy
Aikman, Dallas
the
Cowboys, New York
Fox
Giants.
Game every single
Doesn't matter if both teams are good, one team's good, or both teams are terrible. That's always on. And Tampa Bay and San Francisco, an interesting game
that'll be
there.
interesting matchup. San Francisco has two teams that they
What?
could very well beat in the first 2 weeks. The Buccaneers today, and then next week they got the Bengals.
We
So
haven't gotten a clear picture of what the San
Yeah.
Francisco 49ers are with Jimmy Garoppolo because he tore his ACL last year. San
Yep.
Francisco was a team that when they got Garoppolo, they were like, this could put them into that wild card playoff team category. And then he got hurt. So we don't know. Is San
No
Francisco
clue.
a 4-12 team or is San Francisco a 10-6 team? We have no idea.
Yeah, no idea at all, especially how he played in the preseason. It's
Yeah.
a big yikes towards a foreshadowing, but he still had a couple weeks to get things together because when he looked in the pocket, he was just basically flat-footed throwing passes. I think it was like 0 for 5 passing for 0 yards, or he did complete a pass, 1 for 6 for 0 yards in that pass, and the completion or quarterback rating of 0% in that game, and an
that's not
interception
good.
for Jimmy Garoppolo. Is basically he wouldn't step into his passes. He was flat-footed in the pocket and just wasn't able to step up and complete plays to the open receiver.
Pittsburgh and New England
Oh,
tonight, obviously
gonna be
huge
a
for
great
us
game,
being
yes, for
Patriots
sure.
fans.
Vegas Vic's here in the YouTube chat saying banner night tonight.
for the
Yes,
Patriots.
indeed. And he still can't believe that the Pats signed Antonio Brown.
I am hammering the Patriots and Patriots covering the spread tonight as well. I think New England wins probably by like 2 touchdowns
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
Nice like 31-21 type game or 31-17 type game, something like that.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I'm going a little bit lower. I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle there on Sunday Night Football. I've got the Pats 24-17, the final. But I think the difference there, because I think the run game won't work as much as they hope for tonight with Sony Michel running the ball in the backfield. I think Tom Brady will have to be forced to throw to the perimeter wide receivers, which will be Josh Gordon. Flash is going to make a huge catch tonight. I feel it, and I've got the Pats by 7.
All right, and then Monday night we got a really, really good Monday
great
night
matchup
game
to start.
for the first Monday night
7-10
game.
matchup.
Houston and New Orleans. Deshaun Watson, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins.
It's going to be one hell of a matchup.
We've got a real offensive showdown there
and I think the running game's something that they won't win at. Definitely not going up against Alvin Kamara, who is an absolute beast. He is
Texans' defense is very good, though, when they're healthy.
And the Saints' defense was sneaky good last season against the run. I think they were like top 5 in the NFL against the run last season. Sneaky good for the Saints' defense, which was always like a bad defense until like 2 years ago when they finally emerged after starting out 0-2. But here we are, guys, getting ready for action. The Jets coming out in their new look uniforms out onto the field for week 1 here.
And back to commercial break because this is the NFL.
Going to commercial. We'll have a lot of commercials today, by the way.
The last game, the late game Monday night, 10:20 Eastern time start, which I can guarantee you I will not be watching a second of. Because A, it's way too late, and B, I don't care about either of these teams. The shitbag Raiders and Denver, who might go 8-8 if they have a good season.
You're looking at 2-14 probably with the Raiders
Oakland,
now.
you're looking at 2-14, 3-13. I mean, they are awful.
The only future it looks like for the Raiders now looks like it appears to be Josh Jacobs, the running back. Like, he could possibly be a top 20 running back, but other than that...
I was big on Derek Carr 2 years ago. I don't even like Derek Carr anymore. I think that whole team is just garbage.
Other than that, the defense looks, oh man, absolutely shaky. They were dead bottom in the NFL last season in sacks, and it wasn't even close.
Perfect. Now he'll probably be suspended by week 3, so that won't matter.
Yep. But here we are, guys, getting ready for this game. Hopefully soon here, like less than 3 minutes away till kickoff. Thanks so much, all, for joining me. We're on Sportscaster right here on the Sports Dish, also on Final Yard Football on YouTube. So we got New England Superfan right back in here on Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. Thanks so much, Ryan, for joining me here on the Sports Dish.
Here we go. We're getting ready now. MetLife Stadium.
Yep. MetLife Stadium.
Bills,
Jets, and an AFC Week 1 showdown.
Fantastic Jets jerseys, as much as I hate the Jets.
Yeah, it's going to be very curious to see how Le'Veon Bell does in this game as well.
First game in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Very curious about this. It's been 603 days since the last time he played a meaningful snap
almost
in an NFL game.
Almost 2 full years without playing a meaningful snap in the NFL.
So it's going to be
all
interesting
of last
to see
season with a holdout, not even an injury, a holdout.
Yeah, Josh Allen versus Sam Darnold. The head-to-head between both of these quarterbacks, Sam Darnold won last season, Week 14, 27-23 was the final. But here we are, guys, getting ready for kickoff.
Yep.
Jets fans, of course, at MetLife are loving this one, going up against the Bills. If you guys are new to YouTube, hit that like button down below.
Subscribe as well.
Subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey. John's
hockey channel, Off the Wall Hockey.
As Kari Vedvik will be the kicker here.
So if either of these teams are going to be improved from where they were last year, their quarterbacks are going to have to be significantly improved from where they were last year. And I think Sam Darnold's a good young quarterback. I think he has a chance to make this team 8-8, 7-9, 9-7. He's going to be better this year.
He's a sleeper. If you guys do fantasy, he could possibly be a sleeper. But here we are getting ready for action as Kari Vedvik will kick this ball off for the Jets to start off. As this ball is up in the air, Isaiah McKenzie back for Buffalo
and
to receive. And it'll go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Bills will start out at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 coming up for Buffalo. As Buffalo will get the ball to start out. Looking at Sportscaster right now as we have I Am Fritchie in the chat. What's good? Thanks so much for joining me. Got an AFC East showdown. Thanks so much for the support, everybody. Sportscaster on one computer, YouTube on the other.
Double stream today. Let's go.
2 streams here. NFL Week 1. There's nothing better than this, and we all know number 26 is on the sideline right now getting ready for his first snaps of the NFL when the Jets do get the ball after Buffalo. So Buffalo lines up here at their own 25. Josh Allen out of the shotgun with a running back right to his right. And Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes the ball left side, complete first down. Or no, short of first down. 8 yards right there. Into the hands. That's the slot receiver. Yeah, Cole Beasley coming over from Dallas, making the catch. So 8-yard catch, 2nd and 2 coming up for Buffalo. They're going, try to go with a hurry up. Now they're going to call an audible here.
Yes.
2nd and 2, ball at the
looks
20.
Looks like they tried the hard count. And it didn't work. They're quickly audibling here.
Ball at the 33 for Buffalo. Shotgun. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes. That one's complete, going for the first down. John Brown coming over from Baltimore, getting that reception right there towards the left sideline as he hit him with a crossing route for the first down.
It's good to see Josh Allen hitting these shorter throws. Accuracy is his biggest problem. We know he's got the gun of an arm. He can chuck the ball 80 yards downfield, but he hasn't been able to accurately throw the ball. And both of these first 2 passes, he's hit nice, short 5 to 10 yard
routes. He's found the open receiver.
He's found the open receiver underneath.
That's great to see from a second-year quarterback. We do have a flag in the play.
False start.
Like movement.
Or offsides on the defense. Yep, neutral zone infraction on the defense.
Defense right there with a 5-yard penalty on the offsides.
Not a good start for the Jets defense.
1st and 5. The cornerback, Darryl Roberts. Hey, we got a score alert. Sammy Watkins, 68-yard touchdown reception for the Chiefs. They're up 7-0 against Jacksonville.
Chiefs score already. All right. So much for Jacksonville's defense keeping them in that game. Chiefs score already.
Man. Baltimore as well, pushing the ball to the Miami 33 at the moment. Josh Allen here with a 1st and 5, ball at the 49 of Jets territory. Allen takes the snap, perfect 2 for 2 so far. Back to pass, over the middle and complete.
That's a nice throw.
First down on a dart, gain of 12 on the play. Moving the ball to about the 42-yard line.
That is a
Jets territory.
Throw.
That was a nice dart right there by Josh Allen.
Maybe he's got some improved accuracy this year.
Look at Pat Mahomes already. A perfect 2 for 2, 76 yards and a 68-yard TD pass to Sammy Watkins. Everybody said in fantasy, please avoid Sammy Watkins, as that's a quick pass to the right side screen to the fullback. Patrick DeMarco got around a gain of 3, and the play brings up a 2nd and 7.
Getting the fullback involved, that's good to see. Gotta love when they get the fullbacks involved.
So Bills offense getting everything going so far. Rip to the Jags season from the start. That's what Vegas Vic's saying here in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh, classic.
Not a great start for Jacksonville, that's for sure. Allen takes the snap. Passes complete once again to Cole Beasley. Past the 30 to the 26. moving the ball right now for Buffalo on their first drive of the game with 12:40 left to go in the first.
Beasley could be an underrated acquisition for Buffalo because he's such a good slot guy on those short underneath routes. He might help Josh Allen out a lot in those areas, like he just did on that. He gets such good separation.
Nice
he's gonna
shake
be
right
open.
there in the separation to get open for a little short route, and then he took it up the field for a little bit more.
Big acquisition for
Allen
Buffalo.
takes the snap, flushed out towards the right of his
Allen
pocket,
can
and he's
move,
gonna pass that
and
ball
he throws
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Smart play just to get rid of that there. Allen can move.
That's for sure. He led the team in rushing yards last season too.
He had over 600 rushing yards.
631 rushing yards last season, which led the team. It's just the decision-making skills for Josh Allen. 10 touchdown passes to 12 interceptions a year ago.
Underneath accuracy was not good.
But today, so far in this first drive, it's just been incredible poise in the pocket by Josh Allen. Ball at the 26-yard line right now of Jets territory for Allen out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, and
nowhere to go, and he fumbles the ball.
Ball's on the ground.
Jets have it, I believe. Jets have it. What a great drive that was going for Buffalo, and then they fumble the ball away. Does it get any more Buffalo Bills than that? Oh my! They were shredding the Jets defense, and then Allen turns the ball over.
They were just picking them apart right there. Josh Allen, no ball security.
This cannot happen. I mean, this is why the Bills are a bottom of the division type team. They were shredding this Jets defense down the field, and then they go and turn the ball over like that. They had the second most turnovers in the NFL last year, and it's continuing into this season.
32 turnovers last season. So the Jets now have the ball, 12:04 on the clock in the first quarter. Sam Darnold in action with the new green Jets jerseys right now. Le'Veon Bell gets the carry up the middle on a redraw.
Solid 5 yards
right there by Le'Veon Bell. They're close already to Buffalo territory. So we got a 2nd and 5 coming up right now for the Jets.
Oh boy, so we've got a score alert, and the Washington Redskins have just scored a touchdown on Philadelphia.
Wow.
So it's 6-0, probably about to be 7-0 there.
Baltimore is also at the Miami 1-yard line on the 3rd and goal. Darnold takes the snap, passes over the middle, and it's dropped. Incomplete. Wide open, too, was Jamison Crowder.
Minnesota's taking a 7-0 lead.
So already some early scoring.
Minnesota with a 7-0 lead over Atlanta, and Cleveland scored a touchdown against Tennessee. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cleveland taking the early lead.
6-zip. Could get out of hands early with Tennessee trying to keep them up. Baker Mayfield, 4 for 5, 64 yards in the air so far for the Browns. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Jets. I don't know who that was that got the rushing touchdown. D. Hillard for the Cleveland Browns got the rushing touchdown. Wow. Rashard Higgins has 46 reception yards. Okay, Darnold with a pass to Bell, and it's not enough for the first down.
The Bills defense there, and it's going
to be just swarmed them for a gain of 1. So 3 and out right there by the Jets, as they'll have to punt this ball away in the 4th and 4. So Buffalo Bills back to return this punt with, I believe it's Andre Roberts, will be the return man. As Lack Edwards, 4th-year player from Sam Houston State, will be the punter. With 10:50 left to go in the first. Cam Newton perfect in his game so far against the Rams, 3 for 3, 29 yards. The Jets punt this ball away, and they'll corner it towards the left corner of the field, out of bounds around the 12. So the Buffalo Bills take over with about their own 12-yard line here on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster, and also Final Yard Football on YouTube.
Just saw Mark Ingram got his first rushing touchdown as a Baltimore Raven, and the Ravens are up on Miami 7-0.
That's great.
So Ingram coming over from the Saints.
That is fantastic.
Latavius Murray going to the Saints.
Yep. I think Mark Ingram's going to fit the Baltimore Ravens really well.
Perfectly, and with that, with
Lamar Jackson.
They run the ball so much. Yeah. That's a very run-first offense, and Ingram's going to get a lot of carries and probably a lot of touchdowns on that team.
Oop. There we go.
Mm.
Looks like somebody wasn't too happy. They got put in user timeout on YouTube for asking me to show the game, or he was gonna kill himself. But
Well, that's the end of him.
yeah, what
He
is
can
good?
go away.
Market Punks here on Sportscaster. Thanks so much, man, for
Thanks for
joining me here on
watching.
Sportscaster Market Punks. Feel free to join Market Punks too. He does some great streams, by the way, with sports betting. When you guys do have a chance, some really great stuff. He's got Eagles, Browns, Ravens to win, and Market Punks on the parlay play for the day. So, yeah, those teams look really strong, especially the Ravens early on. The Browns scoring early against Tennessee. So, two teams right there looking good so far. Mark Ingram with a touchdown run for the Baltimore Ravens. And thanks so much, man. I appreciate it for joining this stream right now on Sportscaster.
I think Cleveland might have missed the extra point because it's
6-zip.
It's still saying 6-zip.
Shades of Zane Gonzalez.
It's still saying 6-0. All the other games have gone to 7.
Unless they're just reviewing the touchdown.
Possibly, but for whatever reason, Cleveland still says we're not watching that game, but Cleveland still says 6, not 7. So they might have missed the extra point there.
Yep. So yeah, right now we're on commercial break, but it was a pretty good pass start for Josh Allen, passing the ball, finding the open receivers, but not great ball security on the first drive.
And
that's for sure.
Fumbled it away.
First drive, fumbled the ball as they got inside the Jets' territory around the 26-yard line, and he just couldn't secure the ball. But he'll have his second opportunity here at the helm with Sean McDermott with a 15-17 record, trying to get back to 500 if he wins today and if he wins the next game. All right, so Buffalo with the ball. Allen right now, 5 for 6 passing, 44 yards in the air here at the moment. He takes the snap from his own 12-yard line, drops back to pass. Oh,
intercepted! That's going to be a pick six! Pick six, right Jets defense.
Jets defense. Welcome to the
What
New York
a
Jets.
Disastrous start for Josh Allen.
C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, with a pick 6.
What a disaster for Josh Allen. Fumbles the ball away on the first.
I want to see who was the receiver that completely missed that ball.
Was it a bat?
Right over the middle.
It was
right down low. It was to Cole Beasley.
Beasley's got to catch that ball. And certainly can't bat it up for an interception, but that ball was
nice short pass
horrendously
over the middle to Beasley,
low.
off his fingertips, and Mosley just snags it for the pick 6.
All Allen has to do there is accurately get the ball into Beasley's chest, and he throws it low, almost hitting the ground. Beasley tries to bat it up, and it goes right to the Jets defense. Just unbelievable.
Wow. Kari Vedvik on for the extra point right there.
And he missed it. He missed the extra point.
Wide left by Kari Vedvik, and it's 6-zip.
So that's a kicking problem for the Jets.
So the kicker they just picked up on Saturday off waivers, as the Vikings
missed the extra
Vikings
point.
Traded the Ravens for a 5th-round draft pick to pick up Corey Vedvik in the preseason, and then they released him, and he misses the kick wide left.
Which he missed left in warm-ups, apparently. They're showing him in warm-ups now missing left.
Wow. Look at the kicking woes here on the graphic. Chandler Cannizzaro retired back in August. They released Taylor Bertolet, who missed 2 extra points in the preseason, and then they got the backup kicker, Kari Vedvik, from the Ravens last season from the Minnesota Vikings. So the kicking woes continue for the Jets, something that was their lone bright spot a year ago with Jason Myers, the field goal kicker. But Buffalo, you cannot be pleased here with the offense for sure early on with the ball security. 2 turnovers, and we're not even 5 minutes into this game for the Bills, as the Jets will kick off this ball. We'll see what the Buffalo Bills can do here as they'll let this ball go to the back of the end zone. So this game is not moving along like all the other games right now.
No, holy crap.
All the other games are like 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We got like
over 10.
Over 10.
This
game is crazy.
Been very slow paced so far.
Man, the turnovers will plague you all day.
Kansas City's back in the red zone against Jacksonville. Minnesota's back in the red zone against Atlanta. Philadelphia has the ball looking to answer against Washington. And Tennessee's looking to answer Cleveland's score. Miami's looking to answer Baltimore's score.
All right, back to action here. Josh Allen takes a snap from his 25, passes left side, dangerous pass, but Patrick DeMarco catches it for around a gain of 5. The fullback now with 2 receptions in this game. So the fullback able to make plays, catch the ball so far.
Tell you what's interesting, Carolina and LA Rams, no score halfway through the first quarter.
Matt Ryan in the Vikings game, he hasn't completed a pass so far, 0 for 1.
That's not good for fantasy. Adam Thielen, he's on my fantasy team. Touchdown, Adam Thielen.
2nd and 5 here. Ball at the Buffalo 30. Allen takes a snap and
now he's
feels
gonna
the pressure.
take
Now
off.
he's going to run for it as he gets tackled for around 2 yards short, and the first down sticks right there.
Yeah, we're going to have a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 type play here.
So Josh Allen, last play, just saw nothing was there, tried to take it and run it himself, and just nothing there. So we have a 3rd and 2 coming up. Ball at the 33 right now. Last season, with games with 2+ turnovers, it looked like that 0-10 record for the Buffalo Bills.
Well, they've got 2 in the first quarter today, so that's not a good start.
2 in like the first 4 minutes or so in this game, as the Buffalo Bills have it with 9:10 left to go on the clock here in the first. Allen in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, and he'll pass it down the middle of the field. Acrobatic catch incomplete. We do have a flag down, though, so we'll check the flag.
I think it's likely going to be defensive holding.
John Brown made the catch for Buffalo.
Oh, I saw a personal foul. Be interesting to see what the refs call here. I thought that would be defensive holding because it looked like the corner was kind of draped all over him, but he still made the catch.
So it looks like a face mask by the defense on the Jets. So automatic first down for the Buffalo Bills. John Brown caught the pass. Anyways, yeah, that was a face mask right there by the Jets defender going up against John Brown, who still hauled in the catch with it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 8:55 left to go in the first quarter. Buffalo putting together some plays here. It's just ball security. Bills running backs haven't ran the ball today from the backfield. Buffalo takes a snap. Allen going empty right now. Pass over the middle and complete once again for around a gain of 7. That goes to Cole Beasley.
I don't like that play calling at all. Josh Allen is not the kind of quarterback you want to throw the ball 60 times with. They have done nothing to establish a run game. We know they cut LaShawn McCoy. They need some balance. They haven't run a real run play yet. Josh Allen, he's not the kind of quarterback that you're just going to drop back and have throw.
Allen takes a snap. Here's a deep pass, left sideline, and overthrows him.
Well overthrown.
Overthrowing right there, Zay Jones, the leading wide receiver last season with only 652 receiving yards. That's saying how Buffalo's wide receiving core is. Yeah, the running back, they need something from this running game. Frank Gore's the lead back, and then Devin Singletary. You're going to need to going to have to unleash Devin Singletary at some point in the year. That's for sure.
They got to do it today.
Yeah. This is the season opener right now. Expect to run the ball. They're going to drop back 60 times here. It's going to be like Thursday night with Trubisky. Allen takes the snap. He's going to run for it for the first down, and he dives.
He dives for the first down.
And he has the first with the ball at the 32-yard line of Jets territory. So 8 minutes left to go in the first. And Josh Allen scampers for the first down.
This game is going by quite slowly, it seems.
Yeah. All these other games are like 6 minutes, 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And this one's just, oh man, it's dragging along right now. 7:40 left to go in the first right now. We have another score alert. This game is a little bit slower. So that's a touchdown catch by Baltimore. 47-yard grab by Marquise Brown, I believe, who was picked up in the draft in the 2019 draft. So it's 14-0 Baltimore early against the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's looking like it's going to be the blowout we all thought it would be. I hope you hammered the Ravens if you're betting on that one.
Lamar
Minnesota.
Jackson is perfect.
Minnesota has now scored a second touchdown against Atlanta. 13-0 are going to be 14 if they can hit the extra point.
Allen takes the snap, drops back, passes right side, and that's
That's
incomplete.
the inaccuracy I'm talking about.
A little bit
with Josh
wide
Allen.
right there towards the left.
Those are the throws that he's got to make.
Vegas Vic saying Cole Beasley should just retire at halftime. Classic last season with Vontae Davis.
Yeah. Wonder if any Bills players pull a stunt like that this year.
All right, 2nd and 15 coming up for the Bills at the 37-yard line. They take the snap with Allen. Allen drops back to pass and tries to step up, avoids the sack right there, and flushed out towards the left. Now he's going to run for it. Gains around 4 on the play as he gets tackled around that 33-yard line. Dalvin Cook, touchdown run.
Dalvin Cook with a touchdown run for Minnesota.
Looks like his hamstring isn't bothering him at the
this
start
year.
here.
Not this year.
If Minnesota puts all the pieces together this season, this team could be dangerous. Kirk Cousins was a top 10 quarterback in passing yards last season. The problem was they couldn't win the big games. They struggled against teams over 500 records, and then they lost to the Bills in week 3. All right, Josh Allen takes the snap. 3rd and 11, feels the pressure, flushed out towards us. Right now he's going to step up, run for it. Not enough for the first down as he gets tackled at the 25.
They should have a chance at a field goal, though.
They should have the field goal kick.
Oh, we got a flag on the play.
Oh, flag here, though.
This has offensive holding written all over it. Allen was back there scrambling around. Linemen had to hold their blocks longer than normal.
We're going to check the flag with 6:24 left to go in the first here. This is a huge call on the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the offense by Buffalo.
Wow, what a dumb penalty.
What's that, John Feliciano?
That puts them pretty close to out of field goal range now, doesn't it?
Wow.
Unless they might have actually. No, it was after the play, so they wouldn't decline the penalty. It would be. I want to see what this guy did that got him a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. What did he do?
I know that Allen went up to run for the first down. He got hit towards the helmet area by C.J. Mosley, but the refs didn't call it, and they're going to back him up.
Now it's 4th and 18.
4th and 18. And they're going to have to punt it away.
They're punting the ball now because of that stupid penalty.
They're going to have to punt it away here.
This is points off the board for Buffalo because of a stupid 15-yard penalty. Unbelievable.
So Corey Bojorquez comes on for the punt. He played for the Patriots in training camp last season. Never even received a single punting snap and got released. He punts this ball. It gets down at the 5-yard line.
Very good
by the
punt
Bills.
there. That was a Josh Allen or Ryan Allen
by the second-year
punt
player for the Buffalo Bills. So the Jets will get the ball when we get back from commercial break, and we'll finally see what Sam Darnold can do on his second drive of this game. We've waited for so long right now because there was a pick six by C.J. Mosley, and that's besides the first drive that didn't go anywhere for the New York Jets. We'll see what they can do now.
This is only their second drive getting the ball because of the pick six.
And Buffalo's just had so many chances to take the ball up the field.
They've taken the ball up the field twice. They could have easily had at least 2 field goals by now. And between turnovers and penalties, they've got nothing.
Yep. Hey, what's good? Astro Ervo here on YouTube. Who scored a Jets touchdown? It was an interception, pick six by C.J. Mosley.
C.J. Mosley defensive touchdown.
So right now we are on 2 platforms streaming. YouTube here on my computer towards the front right here towards the center, and also Sports Dish on Sportscaster here, that computer angled towards my left. So we got 2 computers going on with 2 different streams, and also keeping you guys up with the score updates and stats throughout the day as well. As right now we are on commercial break, and the Jets will get the ball starting at their own 5-yard line when we get back here to action.
Titans have kicked a field goal to make that Cleveland-Tennessee game 6-3. Still no score between the Panthers and Rams, so I think a lot of people would have thought that that'd be one of those like 35-31 type games, and no, nothing so far. Kansas City's up 10-0 on Jacksonville, so they added a field goal. Minnesota's up 2 touchdowns on Atlanta. Atlanta looking to come back. Baltimore's up 2 touchdowns on Miami. That game's going to be an absolute blowout. Jets with the 6-0 lead over Buffalo in our game here. And Washington continues to hold a 7-0 lead over Philadelphia. So Eagles not looking as good as people would have expected, although it is only the first quarter.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was looking at a graphic earlier, and they said that the Eagles had the possession of the ball with a 4th and 17 with the ball at their own territory and had to punt it away. So
yeah, that's
not a whole lot of offense there, it seems like, for the Eagles. Not watching that game, but just, wow, we thought that the Eagles would come out on fire and just torch the Redskins today.
I thought that would be a blowout game.
That'd be legit for sure. But, yeah, here, we got Market Punks asking me here. So, he's got Jim Kelly threw an interception, classic. But thanks so much for joining me in here, Market Punks. I appreciate it on the channel. So Le'Veon Bell will get the carry right now as we're back to action. He gains around 3 on the right side counter play. We do have a flag down as the Jets started from their own 5-yard line. So we'll check the flag here with 6:06 left to go in the first. Looks like a holding call by the offense by the Jets, so they'll back them up even further to the goal line. Yikes. You don't want a holding penalty in the end zone either because that results in a safety.
People who bet on this game, I hope you took the under.
Yep.
Because there is not a whole lot of offense going on between these two teams.
We have a score alert once again. Kansas City, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville with a touchdown.
So they respond 10-7 right now.
They respond to get that to 10-7. So that game's certainly not over.
We have a player being attended to right now who's going off the field.
Number 81.
81. Quincy
Enunwa. He's had injury problems.
He's battled injuries in the past. The 50-year player out of Nebraska. He had a strong season a few years ago. I believe it was 2017.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago he had a really, really good year. But he's had injury issues and lingering issues, and that's not what you want to see.
So we got a 1st and 12 with a ball at the 3-yard line of Jets territory right now. They're backed up very far. Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, ace formation, and they'll hand off to Bell. That's dangerous.
barely gets out of the end zone.
He gets tackled at the 1 for a 2-yard loss. That's the Buffalo Bills rush defense right there.
Buffalo's got a good defense.
To go up. They have such a good defense. If they can take the proper steps to get their offense with it, it's going to be tough. But it could be a different team. Wow, Jacksonville here in the replay, hauling in the long ball in right corner of the end zone right there for the touchdown, making it 10-7. But this is dangerous. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Jets with the ball at their 1-yard line. Darnold, shotgun formation right now. Bell the back in the backfield towards the right. They're going to hand it off. HB draw. Oh, Bell runs over.
Bell runs
the defender,
through the
pulls
defense.
the pile, and gains around 9.
Gets it to 3rd and 2-ish here.
Wow. It looked like he was going to get stood up.
I thought he was down at like the 2 or 3.
Yeah, gain of 3, gain of 4, but boom, bulldozer right over
through 2 guys.
A Buffalo defender. Yards after the tackle, I think he gained like 6 or 7 yards.
He should have been down right there at about the 5-yard line. And Buffalo's defender just did not make the tackle.
Yep.
And now it's a very manageable 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 coming up. Ball at the 13-yard line of Jets territory. Darnold takes a snap, drops
swing
back to pass.
Swing pass wide
over to
open.
Bell tries to get to the first down. He
does.
He does.
Easy first
Picks
down
up
there
4
for
at the
Bell.
17. Le'Veon Bell gets around the tackler on the juke and picks up the first down. Le'Veon Bell is back. Catching balls from the backfield. Running plays too. He is back, everybody, in the NFL. 15 rushing yards, 5 receiving yards, accountable for 20 total yards so far. Donald takes the snap, passes right side, complete. First down once again to the 33-yard line. New wide receiver in this team, Josh Bellamy, the former Chicago Bear, over now playing for the New York Jets, picks up the first down. Bellamy right there gets the separation, turning towards the left, going up the center. And picks up the first down. So 3:40 left to go in the first. Darnold, ace formation, single back behind him to Bell. Got a player in motion going towards the left right now for the Jets. And Darnold takes the snap, hands off to Bell. Nothing there, though, with a run blocking as Bell gets dragged down for a 2-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 12. Coming up,
and
we do
now
have
we
a
got
flag.
a flag coming in late.
So we'll check the flag here.
It's on the
refs
Jets,
sort
I
this one
believe,
out.
but
Yeah,
the
they're
refs,
pointing towards the Jeffs. They're trying to
determine if they're going to take, if the Bills are going to take the penalty or not.
Looks like a block at the back right there by the Jets. That's the wide receiver who just called a pass a couple moments ago. Josh Bellamy, the wide receiver, just got the
Usually you see that
flag
penalty
play.
on special teams, returns, but you don't see a lot of blocks in the back during an actual offensive play. Must have been like a crackback block or something as the receiver comes down.
So 1st and 20 now for the Jets. Ball at the 22-yard line of their own territory. Darnold in the shotgun. Le'Veon Bell towards his right. Darnold takes the snap.
Draw
Hand it up. Draw. Le'Veon Bell gets past the 30 to the 31. Good carry there. Gain of 9.
Yeah, they almost got all those penalty yards back on that first down play. So it's going to be...
We got another score alert here. Baltimore scores again. Marquise Brown
with another touchdown.
83-yard touchdown catch, and Baltimore's up 21-0. Remember how Baltimore plays in the season openers? They shut out Andy Dalton in Cincinnati a few years ago. I think it was 20-0. And then last season they beat the Bills 47-3 in the season opener. This team is prepared. Jim Harbaugh always has them ready for week 1. They look dangerous.
Mark Ingram has 54
Miami,
rush yards
wow.
on 3 carries.
Darnold takes the snap, play action here, swings it over towards the left side, and that is
goes
incomplete.
Out of bounds, incomplete.
Ball goes out of bounds right there. That was the Ty Montgomery, the backup running back, who tried to swing it over to. Oh, wow, so Marquise Brown's Antonio Brown's cousin. Wow, interesting.
Well, we know who's having a better week 1.
Well, both of them are celebrating right now. Marquise Brown just going off so far against the Dolphins, and Antonio Brown, yippee.
He'll be sitting
cheering.
He'll be sitting in the press box though tonight.
Yep, but he'll be playing against Miami. Hopefully, if he gets down the playbook next week, Darnold takes the snap and
sacked.
He gets sacked right there. Just swarmed by a bunch of white jerseys on the play.
So on 3rd and 11, the Bills get a sack, and it's going to be another punt now for the Jets, who, much like the Bills, haven't been able to get anything going offensively. So this has been a very defensive game so far.
Let's see where the Bills came from. That whole left side right there.
Outside, yeah.
Outside, and then they had somebody from the right side just swarm right into him, and then the left side defensive end came all the way in, right around him, and two players got the sack.
3 of the 4 Bills rushers got to the quarterback on that play. That's not a good look for the offensive line of New York.
Lack Edwards punts this ball away to Buffalo. Buffalo back to return from their own 23. They take it past the 25 to the 30, and they get swarmed right there by 3 green jerseys at the 33. So 49 seconds left to go in this first quarter. The score being the Jets 6, the Buffalo Bills 0, as you're watching right now play-by-play on Final Yard Football on YouTube and the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. So we got an update here. Hey, what's good, Tria? He's saying Nick Foles going to the locker room right now for the Jaguars.
Oh, that is not good for Jacksonville. That will end Jacksonville's day and season right there.
There's no way you can keep up with Kansas City. Never the rest of the season. Man, the quarterback woes just continue for Jacksonville. That's so unfortunate. Well, we said earlier, it was Vegas Vix on YouTube who pointed it out, ripped towards the Jag season.
Yeah.
Started out with the first play, and it doesn't look good right now. You guys are a Jaguars fan. Does not look good at this moment. So, yeah, not a whole lot of total yards going on so far. Let's see if I can get something up here with the total yards in this game. How about this? So, 72 total yards by the Bills, doubling what the Jets have for total yards, but can't put anything on the board because of turnovers. 2 turnovers so far by the Buffalo Bills, even though they had 5 drives compared to the Jets, who's only had 2 drives at this stage of the game right now.
Kansas City has now taken a 17-7 lead over Jacksonville. Another big touchdown for Kansas City. So
it looks like that game's probably
looks like
over.
that game's probably over with Nick Foles out, and
I wonder who the backup quarterback is for Jacksonville.
I have no idea.
Wonder if it's Cody Kessler. I don't know. I'm gonna. Let's see here. I'm gonna.
Washington.
See. Wow.
A field goal gives Washington a 10-0 lead over Philadelphia. So not the start the Eagles were looking for, to say the least.
Gardner Minshew is the backup quarterback for Jacksonville.
I don't even know who that is.
A 6th-round draft pick from Washington
State. I don't know anything about him. Wow.
Huh.
Looks like he's going to be playing quarterback for Jacksonville.
Yeah. All right, here we are. Back to action here. Buffalo with the ball, as they are at now the 33-yard line. They'll go play action, rolling out towards their right. Allen steps down.
Deep downfield, and it's picked off!
By the Jets. They
Flag
take it past
on
midfield
the
to
play.
the 45. Past the 40, spin move around the defender to the 35, and they get tackled at the 33.
Josh Allen is
There's a flag
awful. He looks awful in this game.
That was Marcus May, the full safety.
There is a flag
There
on
is
the
a flag,
play,
though, so we'll check the flag.
The Bills' offense is not leaving the field, so the Bills seem to think that it's on the Jets. And the Jets' defensive players do not look happy, so I'm going to assume this is on defensive holding on the Jets, and it takes away the interception.
That would have been the 3rd turnover of the game, but the defensive holding right there is by Darryl Roberts of the Jets.
Oof.
Wow. Just grabbing right on to the tight ends. The ball wasn't even intended for the tight end. Sailed way over his head.
Yep, the ball, that wasn't even the receiver the ball was going to. Dumb penalty by Roberts.
So that's 5 penalties so far by the Jets for 37 yards total for penalty yards. The Bills now with the ball. They'll hand it off up the middle. Finally, we see a running play, and it goes nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain at all. As this clock will just wind down to the end of the first quarter here on Final Yard Football on YouTube and the Sports Dish here in Sportscaster.
This isn't Frank Gore in 2010. This is 2019 now. And I don't know if they're going to get a playoff. It doesn't look like it.
They're not having the urgency right now to do that.
That is the end of the first quarter here in New Jersey for the Jets and Bills.
And it's the end of one, and we only have 6 points total on the scoreboard.
We have 6 points on the board, and it was a defensive touchdown by the New York Jets. Neither offense doing anything in this game.
C.J. Mosley is the difference so far in this game because Cole Beasley couldn't haul in the pass over the middle of the field for like 5-6 yards, went off his fingertips, batted it up in the air like a volleyball, and C.J. Mosley, untouched, took it into the end zone. That's what the difference is so far right now, 6-0, the score after 1. So we move on to the second quarter here on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster and Final Yard Football on YouTube. Yes, indeed, sloppy first quarter for both of these teams, picking up where I last left on my last stream. By the way, I did the Bears versus Packers game, and we all know how that went. The Bears threw the ball, attempted like 45 passes, only attempted 15 running plays. And they wanted to rely on Mitchell Trubisky to win the game when he throws a fade route to the left corner of the end zone and gets picked off by his former teammate, Adrian Amos.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the game. You're going to really rely on Mitch Trubisky for that? I mean, the defense is stacked for the Bears, but the offense there, the quarterbacking there for the Bears, just dragging him down. A lot in progress. It's a work in progress for sure. He went to the Pro Bowl last season too. 2018 Pro Bowler, had a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 24 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions, and he just threw the fade, missed a read on the double coverage play. But it's a little bit of Trubisky I see. It's also a little bit of the play calling also by the Bears. They were so conservative on the play calling. I like to see Trubisky take a bunch of shots down the field and challenge the defender. See if they can pick up a flag. That's what they did with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers got one where Jimmy Graham was down the field and he got a pass interference call. And then they had that deep play that they took a shot down the field, and that was the difference in the game. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with a 47-yard grab, and that was the difference. Just one play, big playability, and that's what it's about here in the NFL. If you have big playability, like the Ravens have done all today so far, it's going to be tough to beat you. And it doesn't look good for the Dolphins, especially week 2 when they're going to be going in to play against the Patriots. They're lucky. I believe it's at Miami for that game. I think for sure it's at Miami. They're lucky. They're lucky it's at Miami
Patriots
this early in week 2.
Patriots don't play well at Miami.
No, they don't. They don't play well at all at Miami. But here we are back to action. 2nd and 9. We're into the second quarter right now. Buffalo with the ball in the shotgun. They are going
empty.
Backfield
for Josh.
Yep.
Josh Allen is not this kind of quarterback.
They're going empty, Jim. Okay, Allen takes the snap. Short pass to his right on the check down, and nothing there. As the tight end's feet got taken right from him. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play, but brings up a 3rd and long scenario.
They're trying to run a New Orleans Saints Drew Brees type offense with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It's just that's not going to work. And you wonder why your offense has been completely inept this entire game so far. You're going to have to establish some sort of rush game.
So Nick Foles, who just got the update, is out of the game with a shoulder injury.
That's not good.
We got a 3rd and 8 now for Buffalo with the ball at their own 40-yard line. They're going empty again. Allen takes the snap, passes, left side screen pass,
and he drops the ball.
Devin Singletary, the rookie running back,
drops the ball.
And he dropped the ball, and the Jets thought that it was a backwards pass, so they took it to the end zone, but it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah,
it was forward. It was forward for sure. Oh, man, the first day Jetters coming alive by Devin Singletary in this game.
He's done nothing.
Yeah.
They cut LaShawn McCoy because of him.
The snap count for Devin Singletary right now, like, nothing's there.
He's done nothing.
He's barely got any snaps. That was his first target of the game. So 14-15 left to go, and Buffalo will have to punt this ball away.
Does this game finish 6-0? I think that's a valid question at this point. That's a touchback
to the back of the end zone. If you're the special team player right there, that was for Buffalo. That was Neal, number 33, who was the special team player. He should have kept on running and could have downed the ball.
We finally have a
2-1 yard line.
We finally have a score in this Rams-Panthers game. 3-0 Rams as the Rams kick a field goal with Greg the Leg.
Yep. Greg the Leg. I'm sure that everybody for fantasy started him today, and I'm sure that they're not really happy at what's going on so far with that game. We all thought it would be an offensive explosion there, Rams against Panthers. That has yet to happen. Of course, the surprises in the NFL always happens, like the Redskins-Eagles.
Yeah, that's got upset written all over it.
That is the game that
10-0 Washington over the Eagles. Eagles do have the ball, and obviously if they score a touchdown on this drive, it's 10-7, and it's right back to
That is the game I would have told you guys to lock in Philadelphia.
See, I would have locked in Baltimore over Miami. That's a mortal lock in my mind. But
complete lock.
21-0 Baltimore right now. Well, I'm with you. I think if there were any game this week that I look at and go, that's a guarantee.
That one
100%. Number 1 was Baltimore. Number 2 would have been for me Philadelphia over Washington, and Washington's got the 10-point lead right now. I'm
gonna give myself another lock for today, and that would be the Seahawks winning against the Bengals.
Yeah,
I have that one as a lock.
I definitely agree with you.
With
on
AJ
that.
Green out and the Bengals offense just hasn't really delivered or anything. Andy Dalton, not much should be expected of him today. Or so going up against a very tough Seahawks defense at Seattle, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's lock number 3 for sure. Seattle will definitely beat Cincinnati.
Yep. But here we are, back to YouTube here. What is good, Brent? Thanks so much, man, for joining me back here. I have my co-host with me. By the way, this is John, my co-host. He's on YouTube as well. He does his channel. It's called Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube.
Yes,
feel free to check him out.
Check it out if you're a hockey fan.
His road to 1K on YouTube. We're also on Sportscaster, by the way, right now, streaming live. on the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. So 2 streams, one at the computer in front of me, one here with the computer towards the left of me. 2 streams today, double coverage, and the third computer right here.
All the scores and stats
throughout the game, scores and stats throughout the day in the NFL. So first 2 possessions for the Jets look like this: punt. With a grand total of 23 yards.
Yes.
We'll see what happens with their third drive. Darnold takes the snap, hands it off to Bell. Bell past the 20, past the 25.
That's a good start as he gets 9 to 10
around
there.
9,
we'll see where they spot the ball.
We'll see if that ball is across the first down marker.
He definitely slid after he was down, but looks like they're giving him the first down anyway.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, I thought he slid for that last yard for sure, but apparently not.
So right there, they give him the first down. Le'Veon Bell, 5 carries, 33 yards so far. Welcome back, 603 days since he's last played a meaningful snap, and he is back right now. Ace formation by the Jets. Darnold going play action to his right, and he gets just absolutely devoured. That pass up in the air, and it falls incomplete. The cameraman lost that for a second.
He got drilled as he released that ball.
Right to the chest area. Ooh, those are the tough hits to take.
Those are hits you
driven right back.
You don't want your quarterback taking. That's a hard hit.
Got driven right back like 3 yards. Like the defender for Buffalo just went straight through him, man. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Jets with the ball at the 30-yard line. Darnold, shotgun formation, Bell. Towards the right, 3 wide, up towards the top of the screen as they'll go HB draw with Bell. Nothing there though on the blocking.
This Bills defense looks good. I like this Bills defense.
Defensive front net right now. It's the strong suit for the Buffalo Bills in
Absolutely. If only Buffalo had an offense. They have a defense that you can win games with. If only they had an offense, then Buffalo could be a 9-7 type team.
If they can protect the ball and not turn it over, this team could possibly be in the wild card with this defense.
I just don't think they have the quarterback.
We got another injury update. Tyreek Hill is questionable to return with a shoulder injury.
Jacksonville has gotten a field goal, though, and made that a 1-score game.
Darnold pass over the middle, complete, and a first down to the 42. Completely open on the crossing route.
Well, that's the last nice thing I say about Buffalo's defense.
The secondary right there with a mental lapse. Slot receiver Jamison Crowder gets the first down. So welcome to the Jets, the former Redskin, Jamison Crowder. We have another score update.
The Ravens with another.
Baltimore. Darnold passes left side complete and bounces off a
tackle. Awful tackle.
Gets, I think, 9 or 10, maybe a first down right there by the tight end.
Awful tackling there. Awful tackling. Baltimore now up 4 touchdowns on Miami in the first half.
Who was just activated from the practice squad.
What is he doing? Wrap up. You have to wrap up to make tackles. You can't just bounce off the guy.
That was a first down. So ball in midfield now for the Jets. Jets back to pass left side. Incomplete.
Nice
comeback route to the wide receiver, Robbie Anderson.
Nice
Should be enough for a first. So, yeah, we just heard moments ago, Tyreek Hill just went to the locker room with a shoulder injury.
Big injuries in week 1 already. Nick Foles with a shoulder.
Oh, man, look at that. Just driven right to the ground, out for the remainder of the game with a shoulder injury.
That's got dislocated shoulder written all over it.
39-yard line here for the Jets in Buffalo territory. Darnold sacked at the 45.
Defensive back in on the blitz. What a sack for Poyer there.
The sack coming in.
We got another score update. The Rams have scored a touchdown on the Panthers. It's now 9-0. Probably will be 10, assuming they hit the extra point.
Greg the League, always the reliable one, too.
So, LA taking a lead on Carolina there is...
I don't think Carolina has the receivers to keep up, though.
No, I don't
was looking at their receivers. There's not much there as far as wide receivers. They sent over Devin Funchess in the offseason to the Colts, too. And he was like the number 2 wideout. Darnold takes the snap, drops back to pass, plenty of time, and he hits his target right there. Crowder for another first down completion.
Unbelievable.
Gain of 12 on the play by Jamison Crowder. Malcolm Brown with a 5-yard rushing touchdown for Los Angeles for the Rams in the other game, too. So you take
So
that
LA
10 to
gets
zip
a
lead.
rushing touchdown out of the deal.
Malcolm Brown instead of Gurley right now is they're thinking about limiting Gurley's usage a little bit more this season because
Gurley's
of
got a
that
degenerative knee issue,
injury
so that's
last
not like
season.
it's an injury that is going to heal and get
No.
better. He's
It's just
stuck with that for life now.
Too much usage from last season. Darnold airs it out down the middle of the field to the end zone.
Oh, what a defensive play!
The pass deflection into the end zone.
That would have easily been a touchdown for Robbie Anderson. What a defensive play there.
Taron Johnson, he was a second-year corner from Weber State.
Did he get there early?
Defensive play.
No, he
Robbie
tipped
Anderson.
that ball right away.
His hands were right
no
there.
pass interference. That was a beautiful defensive play by Taron Johnson.
So now we got a 2nd and 10 coming up. This drive, 2 rushes, 7 passes, 44 yards, and 346 and counting. Sam Darnold in the shotgun formation. Le'Veon Bell, the running back, towards his left, ball at the 36 here. As Darnold will hand it off to Bell.
And
Draw
good
play.
Stuff there
Nothing
by the defense. Meaning it's going to be 3rd and 10 now. And this is a chance where this Bills defense needs to get off the field.
Here's something to capitalize for the Jets. If you're the Bills defense, you need to stop right here.
3rd and long, you've got to get off the field right now if you're the Bills defense. You cannot give up a 1st down on this play.
They were 1st against the pass last season for the Buffalo Bills defense. 16th against the rush. Do they have what it takes for a 3rd down stop? 3rd down and 10 here. Darnold takes the snap. Nothing there. Backs up to midfield. Tries to go
and
left
they sack them, Bills defense. Wow.
Huge sack right there, and it'll result in a punt.
I mean, I think they were probably out of field goal range anyway, but now they're definitely out of field goal range. So that's going to be a punt now for the Jets.
So the Bills will be back to return this punt. What a sack here, just coming up.
That's a coverage sack. That's not on the offensive line.
No.
He had a long time to throw that ball.
Sam Darnold
no one was
waiting
open.
and waiting. The receivers need some separation out there. They weren't able to get anything.
The O-line can only hold their blocks for so long. They did a good job initially, and Darnold just had nowhere to go with the ball.
So Edwards will punt this ball away for the Jets. High booming punt and fair catch at the 5.
4.5 yard line. And
wow.
So the Bills are going to be starting very deep in their own zone.
Bills start at their own 5, just like the Jets did earlier in the game today. So
the defensive struggle continues as this game is
pushing the ball down the field. That's what the struggle was Chicago against Green Bay, and that's what we have today once again.
Yep.
Hey, Vegas Vix here on the channel saying just gave the Patriots their 7th Super Bowl already.
I certainly hope so. We've got a touchdown for Tennessee in the Browns-Titans game.
Wow, Tennessee takes the lead. 9-6.
Yeah, Derrick Henry with a 1-yard run on the goal line for a touchdown. 9-6 Titans lead now. Assuming they get the extra point, it would be 10. So we'll see if Baker in Cleveland can answer. I certainly hope so, my boy Baker. But
I remember there was one game last season. Derrick Henry had it was ridiculous, 245 rushing yards or something.
That was absurd.
It was against the Jaguars. He had 45 fantasy points for a PPR league. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
The second half of the season, Henry exploded. So 10-6.
10-6 Tennessee now.
So Tennessee holds the 4-point lead against the Browns.
If Cleveland's going to be a playoff team this year, and everyone, all the hype around this team is for real, they've got to win games like this. They can't be losing to the Titans and think that they're going to be that great of a team.
One of the lower offenses too, Tennessee is in the NFL as far as the wide receivers.
Low-scoring game so far.
They don't have any breakout wide receiver, just Corey Davis, and then after that, it's who else you got for wide receiver?
Not much.
Tajay Sharp.
Not much.
Taywan Taylor, AJ Brown, who's a rookie for Tennessee. They don't have much for a wide receiver. It's just Dion Lewis, Derrick Henry out of the backfield, but
those two do a lot for that offense, though, for sure.
If Derrick Henry could have a huge season for Tennessee. Last season, he broke out the last 6 games or so. As far as the quarterbacking, though, this is a make-it-or-break-it season for Marcus Mariota, the quarterback for Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill, though, is the backup quarterback. So they do actually, it's not as big as a drop off there from Mariota over to Tannehill. It's not like,
as far as backup quarterbacks go, they have an adequate one.
yeah, it's not like the Jacksonville Jaguars backup quarterback with Gardner Minshew.
Minshew.
Yeah.
I literally have never heard of him before today.
Yeah.
I don't know who Gardner Minshew
Oh, wow.
is.
Taywan Taylor got released by Tennessee and went to the Browns. Wow. Yeah, there were a bunch of roster cuts, too, that happened from roster cut Saturday. So this first play, a run up the middle, and they gain around 9 on the play by the Buffalo Bills. So that was the first, positive run there with more than 3 yards a carry. Frank Gore, the 15-year vet in the NFL, well past his prime, but the lead back at the moment here for Buffalo. 8.5 left to go in the
2 rushes, 10 yards for Gore. He's only touched the ball twice.
Yeah.
It's almost halftime.
The play calling here by Buffalo has just been absurd. Pass, 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 pass.
You don't have the quarterback to throw the ball like that.
It's been 95% pass, 5% run. 2nd and 1 coming up for Buffalo. As they'll run it up the middle, that's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be really close. Looks like Gore reached over the first down marker. Depends on the spot of the ball if his knee was down before. We'll see what the refs will give him. 8 minutes left to go here in the second quarter as we are on the Sports Dish on Sportscast. We're also on Final Yard Football on YouTube. 2 different platforms coming to you on one stream here.
Wow.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me.
Washington Redskins now have a 17-0 lead over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man.
Talk about something no one saw coming.
How about Marquise Brown? Have yourself a day in fantasy. 3 receptions for 144 yards and a touchdown catch for the Baltimore Ravens.
Sammy Watkins for the Chiefs has 5 catches, 173 and a touchdown already. 30-something fantasy points, and of course, I'm playing him in fantasy. He's single-handedly destroying my team.
Man, that pass right there by Josh Allen gained around 7 or 8 on the play to Cole Beasley, the slot receiver, brings up a 2nd and short for Buffalo.
Allen got rocked on that play before getting that pass off.
Yeah, Marquise Brown,
Beasley.
the cousin of Antonio Brown. Have yourself a game, Marquise Brown. 2nd and 2, ball at the 23-yard line of Buffalo territory. Allen out of the shotgun. Gore, the running back towards the right. Allen passes right side, quick pass down.
Beasley's got a bunch of catches already. I might pick him up in fantasy just as a PPR guy. The number of catches he gets.
I like his volume here with Buffalo.
Big time volume with Buffalo.
I think the offensive style wasn't what fit Cole Beasley at Dallas. I like this offensive style here. If they can use him like they're doing here at Buffalo.
He's going to catch a lot of balls, that's for sure.
6:15 left to go in the second quarter right now. Only 6-zip to score. Allen out of the shotgun. Once again, running back towards the left. Ball at the 31 of Buffalo territory. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass. The pressure coming, rolls out to his right, gets it off, and it's incomplete. Drops pass right there by Devin Singletary. That's his 2nd drop of the game on the 2nd target right now by the rookie from FAU. We do have a flag, though, down on the play. Kansas City is also at the 7-yard line of Jacksonville territory with a 4th and goal, so more points coming on the board pending for the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes looks sharp, 11 for 13, 2 touchdown passes, both of them to Sammy Watkins.
Offensive lineman
penalty, illegal player on the receiving end downfield. On the offense, on an offensive line player. That's going to hurt. The Jets' penalties, they just keep on racking up in this game. Miles Jack ejected in the 2nd quarter for the Jaguars.
Oh, my God. What the heck did he do?
We're going to see if we can find a highlight of that.
Okay. Let me check Twitter.
Yep.
That will definitely be on Twitter.
1st and 15, ball at the 26 here of Buffalo. Allen takes the snap from the shotgun, back to pass. Rolls out to his right, passes downfield, and that one is complete, wide open, past midfield to the 43-yard line. That is a first down now into Jets territory. The rookie from...
Throwing a punch after the play. Just
man.
Is that Sammy Watkins for the Chiefs who he just punched in the head?
So Miles Jack for
Oh
the
my
Jaguars
God.
ejected from the game for punching a Kansas City Chiefs player. Oh man. Gotta love the NFL when it starts out when you get ejections. Just like last season, I think it was week 2, Philip Lindsay ejected for throwing punches last season. All right, 1st and 10. Now into Jets territory. Ball at the 45-yard line. Allen onto the shotgun gets the playoff. Passes. Oh, that pass was batted down, incomplete. Intended for Beasley once again. Beasley's been basically the target of like a good amount of passes today. We have 5:20 left to go in the second right now. Yeah, Miles Jack ejected. Nothing going on from Matt Ryan today. Julio Jones getting his contract extension, making a huge payday, and just nothing there. The leading receiver is Justin Hardy right now for the Falcons.
Not a good showing
So
for the Falcons.
not even Calvin Ridley, not even Julio Jones or Mohamed Sanu. It's Justin Hardy who's the leading wide receiver, like the 4th option on the team. Okay, big second down here, 2nd and 10. Did they get the playoff? Flag. Delay a game it appears to be for Buffalo. Play clock was down at 0.
Josh Allen doesn't look happy. Oh, they got the timeout.
Yep, they got the timeout
okay.
just barely. So right before the flag was thrown, timeout called by head coach Sean McDermott. So we'll go into commercial break here. 6-zip is the score, not a whole lot of offense.
For a score update, we've got Kansas City kicking a field goal to make it 20-10. We've got Miami kicking a field goal to get on the board, so now it's only 28-3, not 28-0. And that looks to be the only changes so far. Yes, that is it for changes.
We've got some unhappy campers who's probably going to get turned out of their games at halftime to be placed with another game or so, because there's a couple of blowouts here and there already. But one of them that we weren't expecting was the Redskins against the Eagles. Nobody thought about that.
I did not see that coming at all.
17-0.
That is just downright embarrassing for the Eagles. How many people this preseason were saying that Eagles were a Super Bowl team? Everyone was like, the Eagles are going to be a Super Bowl contender.
I was
You can't even beat the Redskins.
Yeah, that's the very bottom. Like the bottom of offenses in the NFL, that's the Redskins.
Yeah.
And you're allowing Case Keenum
is lighting them
to
up.
throw the ball on you. A quarterback who wasn't able to do that for the Broncos.
No, he was awful last year for the Broncos.
I think maybe it has to do something with the offense for the Broncos, maybe. That they're so defensive-minded that's why they had the quarterback carousel there. From name after name, Brock Osweiler, Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian, Chad Kelly. And then they got Case Keenum last season. And now they have Joe Flacco. So Vegas Vix here on YouTube saying Jags out of the playoffs, Eagles out of the playoffs. It's still week 1 though, so this is only week 1. Anything could happen throughout the season. Like a big name quarterback could go down and then you don't have a backup and you're screwed. That could possibly happen to some team this season. So don't count anybody out of the playoffs, especially the Eagles, I'd say. But as far as the Jaguars.
Yeah, week 1's a little early to be counting teams out.
A little early, just like the Buccaneers last season beating the Saints, and the Saints lost their first game in the shootout. And then the second half of the season for New Orleans was a complete difference from what it was in week 1. But as far as the Jags, that looks pretty likely that they won't be making the playoffs this season, but probably don't count out the Eagles just yet. It's only week 1. And we're only not even 2 quarters through this game. So 2nd and 10 for Allen. We're back to action. Allen going to run for it. Past the 40 to the 36-yard line. Got a big hit.
Sliding.
A yard short of the first down marker. Gain of 9 and the rush up the middle by Josh Allen on the keeper. Brings up a 3rd and 1. They're in field goal range, by the way. Right now, just barely.
It'd be a long kick. It would definitely be a long kick.
50 plus for Hauschka if they don't complete this play.
You got to think that they want at least one more first down.
Actually, it's a 3rd and 5. They have placed the first down marker in the wrong spots for some reason on the graphic. Shut it? No, it's a 3rd and 1. They just placed a graphic 3rd and 5. Quarterback sneak.
I don't think he got there. He didn't go anywhere.
I don't think he got there at all. 4.5 left to go. I don't think Josh Allen got it on the quarterback sneak.
Now it is 35-3 Baltimore with 6:50 left in the second
That's
quarter.
That's ridiculous.
That might be a 70-0 or 70-3 game at the end. That is a college football
That's Murray
beatdown
State
right there.
versus Georgia.
That is a college football
yesterday.
like D1 top 10 team playing an absolute nobody FCS
Yeah.
school type game right there in Miami. What
Look at Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns. Okay, we got a 4th and 1. Buffalo's going for it.
And
did they fumble the snap?
They fumbled the snap.
I think they did. The Jets will get it. C.J. Mosley got the recovery.
God, another turnover for the Bills here.
That is 3 turnovers right now.
Josh Allen fumbled the snap.
Oh, man. A 4th and 2? You got to be kidding me, Josh Allen. That's the 3rd turnover.
This team is a joke. Who's going to retire at halftime for the Bills? Because this team is an absolute joke.
Oof. Man. That was just rough to see. 3 turnovers. You're able to get the ball into Jets field territory again, and you can't come down with any points.
Are you kidding me?
It's so devastating. Man. I'm going to see here if I can get the total yardage for Buffalo's and the first downs that they've got.
Minnesota with another touchdown, now about to take a 21-0 lead over the Falcons.
Look at this. Buffalo, 138 total yards and nothing to show for.
Jacksonville also with a field goal. They're hanging around. It's now 20-13. Jacksonville gets it back to within a touchdown.
Man, just right there. Turnover by Buffalo. Just Josh Allen couldn't get the snap off. And C.J. Mosley, the defender from the Ravens, now playing for the Jets, gets the fumble recovery. Vegas Vic saying Cole Beasley retiring at halftime. He calls it. That would hurt the Bills even more.
That would be pretty funny, honestly.
I think he's leading the team in targets, too, right now in this game. I'm going to check. So let's see here. Cole Beasley with 8 targets so far in this game. 5 receptions for 40 yards. John Brown, 3 receptions, 32 yards. So the leading receiver right now for Buffalo is 8 targets. And after that, the second receiver behind them has only 3 targets. So Cole Beasley's got some real good usage so far in this game. But just nothing to show for so far. Hey, what is good on YouTube?
Yep, check it out if you're a hockey fan on YouTube, Off the Wall Hockey.
But yeah, Lumos calls some great play-by-play. He's been calling play-by-play of the U.S. Open for tennis. He does a terrific job, so check him out as well. Doesn't live too far from me, by the way. He's from southeastern central Mass, or so towards up towards Woonsocket area of Massachusetts. But we're back to action here, 1st and 10. As we got a carry, HB draw up the middle by Le'Veon Bell, gains around 5 on the play, brings up about a 2nd and 5. So we have 3:40 left to go in the second right now.
Time to start watching the clock for both of these teams.
Can the Jets put together their final drive of the half and end it with a TD or points on the board with a field goal?
I think they'd be happy with any points at this point.
We're looking at the Josh Allen, just couldn't get the snap off. Yeah. So 2nd and 6 right now. Yeah, Woonsocket's only like 40 minutes away from me, Vegas Vix. Not too far.
That's another short run there for Le'Veon Bell.
That carry right there goes for like 1 yard or so. 3rd
okay,
and 4
Philadelphia finally gets us on the board versus Washington. It's now 17-6. Assuming that Elliott hits the extra point, it will be 17-7. He's my fantasy kicker, so he better.
Classic. Vegas Vic's out in Woonsocket. Actually, we're not too far from him. We're like 40 minutes away.
I assumed he was from Vegas.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold nice bat down there by the defense. God, this Buffalo defense has me excited.
Shaq Lawson right there with a bat down, and it brings up a quick 4th and 4. Look at that. You barely even get like a minute off of the possession.
Yep. So Buffalo's going to get a chance to score here at the end.
Get the ball right back. Yeah.
Elliott does hit the extra point, so it's 17-7 Philadelphia. I believe Washington got the ball first in that game, if I remember, which means Philly now could have the score towards the end of the first half and then come out, get the ball, score to start the second half, and you could have a 17-14 game with basically a half to go. So Philly's not done, but very, very disappointing start for them, to say the least.
So that punt right there by the Jets went out of bounds towards the left side of the sideline, and the Buffalo Bills will start with the ball next. They'll have 2.5 minutes remaining or so to see if Josh Allen can finally put together a drive. So, we actually don't live that far away from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Vegas Vix. He's saying Vegas is actually his middle name.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like 40 minutes away, by the way. We're like 15 minutes from Providence here. Down the road from Providence, streaming this game, very close to the Rhode Island border, by the way. But 6-zip. That was a quick commercial break. Speed up this game a little bit. 2:33 left to go in the second. And we'll see if Josh Allen can finally not turn over the ball.
Bills defense, man, looking good.
They're keeping them in this game, that's for sure. That's how the Packers defense was.
Yeah, this honestly is a lot like that Thursday night game where neither offense could do anything. But the defenses are both playing very well. I mean, the Jets' defense has been fantastic.
So ball now at the 18-yard line. Allen swing pass.
Almost
dropped, and they'll get past the 20, out of bounds at the 23.
That's Singletary.
By Singletary. So Singletary almost dropped that.
He's looked not good. No. And for all the hype surrounding him, and they specifically thought that he could be a feature back, which is why they cut LaShawn McCoy. He's not looked good in this game.
Some of these scouts, like, I don't know what you're doing with, like, some of these scouts picking quarterbacks. Like Mitch Trubisky over Pat Mahomes in the draft. They picked him over Deshaun Watson, a national champion, to pick up Mitch Trubisky. That's
unbelievable, honestly.
That's what the whole discussion was, like, right after the Bears game. We got
2-minute warning.
Yeah, 2-minute warning right now on the 2nd and 6 coming up with the ball at the 23-yard line of Buffalo territory. So 2-minute drill here for Josh Allen and the offense. Thanks so much all for joining me here. We are on YouTube, on Final Yard Football on YouTube. We're also on the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster, play-by-play. By the way, all day with the NFL on Sunday. We'll get to...
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Feel free. Subscribe. Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. That's John's hockey channel there. The road to 1K with Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. And I'll be back on YouTube tonight. It'll be Pats versus Steelers banner night. One hell of a game.
I will be at a friend's house for that game, and I cannot wait.
Yep,
that is going to be a fun time.
For sure. Cannot wait for that game. And if Antonio Brown can, like, get down the playbook with no distractions towards the Patriots for this week, imagine what the sky could be for the limit in week 2 for the Patriots when they take on the Dolphins. It's at Miami, though. That's the only problem. But they'll get them later in the year at home at Gillette.
Come on, Cat. Knocking stuff over.
Cat almost knocked down the lamp. That could have been a total disaster.
So we'll see if Buffalo can get any points on the board here at the end of this half.
3 turnovers.
Brutal
in the first half.
Brutal first half for Buffalo.
All by Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, like, there's potential there. He can run. He's got a gun of an arm. The accuracy isn't there, and the turnovers are they're inexcusable.
Yep.
You cannot turn the ball over the way that Josh Allen turns the ball over and expect to win games.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate, too. When you were second most turnovers in the NFL a year ago, you thought that they'd learned something there from it.
It looks like they're going to do the same thing this year.
But today, they're already a -3 in the turnover ratio. The ball security's been terrible. Devin Singletary's looked awful.
Yep.
Dropped 2 passes, easy check down passes to the running back. The other one he bobbled and barely, like, almost dropped. And now they have a 2-minute drill to see if anything could happen here, but knowing what the Buffalo Bills season could be in a nutshell, I wouldn't be surprised if they do have turnover number 4 on this drive. And it comes well in the red zone this time, with their hard work, putting together a solid drive in the red zone with, like, barely any seconds remaining, and they
If I'm
throw a pick.
if I'm the Bills and I get into field goal range on this drive,
Just
I
kick
run
it.
the ball 3 straight plays and then kick
Yep.
the ball, and at least take the 3 points.
Yep. This is going to be a grinded out game. 6-zip. Allen takes the snap, passes right side. He gets blown up
As
immediately.
soon as he catches the ball.
Oh my God, he got dropped on that play. Brings up a 3rd and long.
Now the Jets might get the ball back. The Jets are probably going to get the ball back now. I mean, just completely unblocked corner on the screen.
Wide receiver screen, and Zay Jones just got.
As soon as Zay Jones
absolutely
caught
lit
that
up
ball,
right there.
he got lit up.
3rd and 8 now for the Bills with that clock ticking. We have a minute and a half left to go before halftime.
So it's 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, he's going empty. Allen.
I don't know
going
why
empty
the
right now.
Bills
Takes
are
the
running
snap,
a Saints
dropping back.
style.
Watch out! Gets the pass off.
Oh, up and
complete. 35, 40,
downfield,
45,
and he gets out of
and
bounds.
he gets to about the midfield
Huge
marker.
play for John Brown.
John Brown on the crossing route, lined up on the right side, crosses over down the left sideline right there, and a huge first down completion by Josh Allen to the former Raven, the former Cardinal, John Brown. Oh, man. Josh Allen right there with his awareness. He got hit as soon as he threw the ball. He had not got that ball out like a millisecond. Like, if he was a millisecond late on that pass, he would have got blown up right there. That could have been a strip sack. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line of Buffalo territory. 2 more yards to midfield. 1st and 10 here for Buffalo. The Bills get the snap. Allen flushed out of the pocket towards his right. Throws it out of bounds, incomplete.
Allen's getting hit on almost every play now.
Yeah,
that is not a good
offensive
sign.
line right now for Buffalo.
You don't want that if you're Buffalo, because he's going to get hurt eventually.
It looks devastating. It looks like the Packers' offensive line on Thursday night. Like Aaron Rodgers getting flushed out like one
Play
out of
after
every
play
2
after
plays,
play.
basically, out of the pocket. Like you're asking for the quarterback to get killed. Like it's bad. All right, Josh Allen here with the ball at the Buffalo 48 in the shotgun, running back towards the left. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes left side, ball batted up, intercepted by the Jets. Oh, wow. I said it before, like not even 5 minutes ago, that he'd throw another pick.
Oh, my God.
1 minute on the clock, and Neville Hewitt gets the interception on the batted ball, and that's 4 turnovers by the Buffalo Bills. Wow.
That is
devastating
This-
if you're a Buffalo Bills fan.
This can't happen.
Oh my God. He was tipped up right there. Who was that for the Jets? Harvey Lange, the former Patriot from 2017, tipped up the ball at the line of scrimmage. And it went into the hands.
For you guys playing fantasy,
Of Neville Hewitt.
Sammy Watkins for the Chiefs now. 6 catches, 178 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's insane.
That's going to be close to a 40-point
Yeah.
fantasy performance.
In the first half.
In the first half.
Sam Darnold with the ball, rolling out towards his right, calling out the receiver here. Now rolling
And
out towards his left, plenty of time. Passes complete to Crowder. Crowder past the 40 to the 35.
And they're
now
already
it's
into
almost
into
field goal
field
territory.
goal range. Absolutely devastating.
They take a timeout too with 46 seconds left. The ball will be placed at, I believe, the 27-yard line. So they're already basically in field goal range. Wow. 4 turnovers by Buffalo. If you thought that Nathan Peterman was bad in week 1. Now, Josh Allen in year 2. We
Ugh.
thought that he progressed somewhat,
No.
some way.
He hasn't progressed at all.
Not
It doesn't
today.
look like. Certainly not today. It doesn't look at all like he's
Yeah,
progressed.
crazy game for sure. Way, what is good, Nick? Thanks so much, man, for joining me back here on Final Yard Football here on YouTube. Crazy game for sure with the 4 turnovers, all by Josh Allen. All right, we are back to action. 46 seconds left. 2 more yards in there in field goal range. I had said that
Timeout.
Okay, so timeout here. Crazy games on the board throughout the NFL.
Score update: the LA Rams have kicked another field goal, so it's now 13-0 LA over Carolina. And that, I believe, Did I say Minnesota? Minnesota
Yeah.
has a 21-0 lead.
And 35-3, Baltimore just all over the Ravens.
Absolute disgusting.
Hey, what is good? We got Nick Shupak here on the Sportscaster stream. Welcome in. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
by the way,
man.
okay, 46 seconds left to go here before halftime. The Jets in the shotgun right now. Ball at the 29 in Buffalo territory.
How long can the Bills
Darnold
defense
takes the
hold
snap,
up?
drops back to pass over the middle,
Nice
complete,
tackle.
and they get it to Jamison Crowder for about 1. They got 2 timeouts left. We'll see if they take those and they decide to do so.
Yes, they're going to take at least 1.
So 38 seconds left to go on the clock right now before halftime. The Jets just need something with points in the board. Somebody needs to score at this point.
Yeah, they're probably going to get
1 more yard there in field goal range. Hey, thanks so much, Nick. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bills' defense looks really good. It's just been the quarterback, Josh Allen, that's
ruining the game. The Bills' offense is absolutely useless.
Been the only problem.
They're inept.
I appreciate it, Nick. Thanks so much for the tip, by the way. Sending over a beer.
Huge tip.
I appreciate
That's awesome.
that. You are the man.
That's awesome.
I'm on YouTube, by the way. Computer towards right in front of me. I'm on YouTube. Final Yard Football on YouTube. Also, this computer towards my left, I am on Sportscaster. We have a big 2nd and 8 coming up. Darnold out of the shotgun, running back. That's Bell towards his right. And do we have a timeout here? I think there's a timeout taken by Buffalo.
Buffalo. Timeout.
So Jets with 1 timeout left before halftime. Buffalo takes their second to last timeout. So 1 timeout left
for each team
by the Bills. And yeah, by the way, I'd like to give a plug in. The co-host right here, John, he's on YouTube. Check him out. Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. The Road to 1K on his channel, by the way. Feel free to check him out. So, yeah, we'll do score updates once we get into halftime with all the games, what's going on in the NFL. I'll be back tonight with some more streams. Big one on Banner Night, by the way, Pats versus Steelers. Cannot wait for sure for Banner Night. So, Corey Vedvik, who missed the extra point to start this game, is the kicker for the Jets. 1 more yard in there in field goal range right now for the Jets. Ball placed at the 27. They have a 2nd and 8. Darnold in the shotgun, Bell towards his left. Darnold takes the snap, drops back to pass, and that pass is batted down.
Batted down.
Almost intercepted. That was batted down right there at the line of scrimmage. That defensive lineman from the right side just came straight through and batted it down.
Baltimore scores again, making it 41-3.
Oh, man.
Not even done with the first half. Also, the Chiefs kicked another field goal. So it's now 23-13 Chiefs over Jacksonville.
I'm looking at the update here, though. Jacksonville, Kansas City. Gardner Minshew is a perfect 7 for 7 passing the ball.
Wow. Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, I believe he was like a 6th-round draft pick from Washington State.
Imagine he comes in and leads the Jaguars to a comeback over Kansas City.
So this play clock going down to 2 seconds and looks like another timeout taken. Final timeout taken by Buffalo.
Buffalo here.
This game's just dragging right now.
This game's very much dragging.
Got a text here, by the way, from a
just ignore that.
Local host asking for my predictions right now at the workplace that I work at.
The games have already started.
Oh, he's asking me who do I predict for the score tonight. He's probably at Twin River Casino betting on it. Or Tiverton Hotel Casino.
Patriots
probably
30.
betting on it. I'll get to him at halftime.
Patriots
all right.
31.
35
Steelers
seconds
17.
left to go before halftime. 3rd and 8 here. This is a big 3rd down for the Jets. 1 more yard there in field goal range. Ball at the 27-yard line. Darnold out of the shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass in, coming through the middle. Darnold does get off the pass and is incomplete. Nothing there. The pass rush coming and storming right there for the Bills. And it's going to force a field goal with a 4th and 8 with 30 seconds left. So yeah, somebody's asking me, what do I predict the score to be tonight for Pats Steelers? I've got the Pats winning 24-17. The final for that one. We got a huge field goal attempt here. First career field goal attempt from Corey Vedvik. He already missed an extra point.
He already missed an extra point today, so now he's got a 45-yarder.
45-yard attempt coming. Wonder, let's see what hash it's from when we do have a chance. We're not going to be able to... Okay, right hash it looks like it'll be from.
Well, he's been pushing left, so this will
Yeah.
actually help him
Could be
being
a
on the
benefit.
right hash. This is going to give him some more leeway with that pushing it to the left.
Jets just took a timeout, so nobody has any timeouts left. Vegas Vix making his prediction on YouTube. He's saying 27-17. Patriots win by 10.
I think everyone's riding the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think on banner night, there's no way that you
It's at
don't.
Gillette. All right, 45-yard attempt coming up for Corey Vedvik. As this attempt's coming up, and it is right. He missed it.
So he pushes the extra point left, and now he misses the field goal wide right. Wow.
Nothing
He's going to
can
be
go right.
cut. They're going to be looking for a new kicker
Man,
after.
nothing can go right in this game. If you thought that Zane Gonzalez, Nick Folk, the names of kickers just go down the line. Oh, man. I bet people are saying bring back Jason Myers. He was like one of the only bright spots last season for the Jets. He was like a top 5 fantasy
Sam
kicker.
Darnold did not look happy with that missed field goal.
Just take this game into the locker room, guys. Somehow, some way, this game is finally passing other games right now. I don't think there's like many other games at halftime. Kansas City, Jacksonville is, but we go into the tunnel now. So we're at halftime. A knee has been taken by Buffalo, and right now we go into halftime. So we'll do score updates here of what's been going on in this game. Jets will also receive the second half kickoff.
What a disgusting half.
6-0. It's shades of Thursday night all over again with the Packers versus Bears. Man. Shades of Packers versus Bears all over again.
The Titans just got a safety against the Browns, so it's now 12-6 in the most Tennessee-Cleveland game possible. 12-6. Carolina got on the board. They got a field goal, so it's 13-3. Now Rams over the Panthers. Kansas City and Jacksonville are still 23-13, and apparently Gardner Minshew is doing okay as the fill-in quarterback for Jacksonville.
Minnesota, though. Look at that.
Minnesota 21-0 over the Falcons.
Wow.
Miami getting destroyed 42-3 by Baltimore. Washington still up on Philly 17-7. So really disappointing showing for Philadelphia. And in our game, we have Buffalo and
6-0.
6-0 Jets over the Bills.
We got a question here from Brent on YouTube. He's asking what's going on with Cleveland. Guess the offense just hasn't been clicking
clicked.
at
Hasn't
all.
clicked
They've missed
yet.
some extra points.
Let's see some halftime adjustments and see what happens.
Let's see if I can get some stats here up from how they've done so far in this first half of that game. Okay, Baker Mayfield, 8 for 14, 104 yards right now passing. Nick Chubb hasn't been efficient running the ball, though. 6 carries, 24 yards. But Tennessee's defense, maybe that's keeping them into the game right now. 2 sacks by Tennessee. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of turnovers. Marcus Mariota, by the way, is 8 for 18 passing. He's had 10 incompletions.
Oof.
This is a make-it-or-break-it season for Mariota. So not a whole lot of stuff going on throughout that game. As far as this game has been concerned, Bills, Jets at halftime at 6-0. Corey Vedvik missing the field goal wide right just before halftime.
Missing the extra point.
Extra point wide left. 0 for 2 kicking in this game. It
looks like most of these games.
looks
are
like
at
he'll be
halftime.
released tomorrow, most likely.
Yeah,
You're looking at
I would be.
Nick Folk,
I would be
Zane
releasing him.
Gonzalez, kickers like that.
I would be releasing him.
Oof. But those were chip shots. Nick Folk with the Buccaneers against the Patriots on Thursday Night Football. He's going to make this, Jim. And he doesn't.
And he doesn't.
But as far as the Buffalo Bills yardage, it looks like this. 167 yards total and nothing to show for. They've held the Jets to 104 yards in that first half, but no points to show for it. Oh, man, it's unbelievable.
I'm going to follow along with this Browns game here. Browns are trying to get points right before the half.
We're looking at the halftime updates here. Nick Foles, the quarterback for Jacksonville, taken to the locker room with a shoulder injury, out for the game. Gardner Minshew, by the way, is a perfect 9 for 9, 128 yards in the air. Pat Mahomes, 16 for 20, over 300 yards passing, 313 yards in the air, and 2 touchdowns. Have yourself a day. Sammy Watkins, the number 1 wide receiver right now in all of fantasy football. 23-13 at the half. Chiefs hold a 10-point lead against the Jaguars. Miles Jack, by the way, got ejected from the game for punching a Kansas City Chiefs player.
Baker with a deep ball to Odell Beckham to get them close to field goal range.
There we go. The Baker OBJ hookup. 12-6 is the score right now with 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Miami against Baltimore. It's been all Ravens. 42-9 though. Dolphins just scored. Lamar Jackson almost perfect. Hooking up with a rookie.
Dolphins scored, okay.
Marquise Brown. 10 for 11 Lamar Jackson's passing in that game. Of course, the game that we've seen, it's been just turnover after turnover. 4 turnovers by Josh Allen. The pick 6 by C.J. Mosley has been the difference.
The only score of the game.
Zip. Rams versus Panthers. We'll take a look at this game right now with a touchdown run, 5 yards out, up the middle by Malcolm Brown. The Rams hold a 13-3 lead over the Panthers. Jared Goff hasn't looked sharp, though. He was picked, remember, in the draft before Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Only 11 for 20 passing in this game by Goff. Kirk Cousins, 5 for 7 passing, 47 yards in a TD pass, but it's been the run game. Dalvin Cook leading the way for the Vikings. They're up 21-0 against the Falcons. Eagles versus Redskins. This comes a shock to me. Redskins hold a 17-7 lead. Case Keenum, 2 touchdown passes, 267 yards in the air. This is a huge surprise to me. I did not see this coming. At Philadelphia, by the way. And the Eagles did get on the board with a long touchdown pass right before the half. But yeah, that's how it's gone on so far in this one. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining me here on Final Yard Football on YouTube. Also the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. What is good, Tria? Thanks so much for joining me back once again, Tria. Hollywood Brown. For sure. Hollywood Brown with Marquise Brown and the Baltimore Ravens. They're just going off against the Dolphins. Not even at halftime. It's 42-9. The Ravens can show up in Week 1 games. I bet that people will be so high on the Ravens after this game. Like maybe people will be saying Super Bowl champions 1 game into the season because they beat Buffalo last year 47-3. But
how about the fact that they're playing the Dolphins?
Yeah.
And the Dolphins are the worst team in the league.
This is an all-new lowest of lows for a team in Week 1 by the Miami Dolphins. I thought that last season Bills were historically bad. Look at this season's Dolphins here, though. This does not look good for the Miami Dolphins, especially when they play at home against New England in the next game. Yeah, Tyreek Hill injured his shoulder in that first half.
Redskins scored a field goal at the end of the half, so it's 20-7 Washington over Philadelphia. That is absolutely the upset of the day so far going on.
We got potential upsets later tomorrow in football, especially in the Monday night game. Texans versus Saints, and that's something that the New Orleans Saints have had trouble in the past doing, is winning their Week 1 matchup. Last year was a shootout in Week 1 against the Buccaneers. They lost that game. They started out 0-2 in 2017. I remember they played the Patriots. I think it was a Week 2 game. They lost that one 36-20. Of course, if you're a team in the NFL, you never want to start out 0-2. And after that, though, the Saints were on fire. They finally found Alvin Kamara and unleashed him his rookie season. Vegas Vix has the Saints as a lock for him tomorrow. We will see. I've got the Saints too, but it could be a close game.
I'm definitely picking the Saints, but I wouldn't call them a lock.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup for sure tomorrow. Brent sporting the Baker Mayfield jersey with John from Off the Wall Hockey. Baker Mayfield for sure.
I love Baker.
Oof. Looks like Triet doesn't want to be ripped up in fantasy football, whoever he has going up against there with his opponents, because I'm guessing they've got Marquise Brown he's going up against. Somebody with Marquise Brown for Baltimore for some reason who started him, who's just gone off today, along with Sammy Watkins in week 1. I remember Sammy Watkins in week 2 against the Steelers last season was on fire too. Hell yeah, Brent's got his Edelman jersey today. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be wearing a throwback jersey for the Sunday night game. Shades of Randy Moss from 2009. I'll be wearing the throwback Randy Moss jersey for tonight. But yeah, that game isn't even at halftime. Tennessee against Cleveland. 7 seconds left to go before the end of the second quarter.
They're just chucking the ball in the end zone at this point, I think.
Right now, we are on both of these platforms. We're on YouTube, by the way. Final Yard Football on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me. Also on the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster, as I call play-by-play. Haha. An Antonio Brown jersey for sure. I'm so excited to see what AB can do. If anybody can fix Antonio Brown, it has to be Bill Belichick and the Patriots. The Patriots actually don't need Antonio Brown, but Antonio Brown needs the Patriots the most. And
well, he'll be out of the league if he's going to quickly be out of the league if it doesn't work out in New England.
Here's my thing is that I don't know why the Raiders just didn't pay him and put him on injured reserve. Somebody brought that up yesterday. Why don't they just put him on IR, like season-ending IR for the whole season instead of going to another team? It's just interesting. But the Raiders making the move that they did, just release him. Release one of the best players in the NFL, the best wide receiver in the NFL with 15 touchdown receptions last year, leading the league.
All the games are now at halftime.
Yep. So everybody at halftime right now on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster and Final Yard Football on YouTube. So right now we're at halftime. Nothing really stuck out in that first half as far as offensive production. There's nothing going on there. Jets barely got over 100 total yards offensively. The Bills got even more, but no points to show for because of 4 turnovers by Josh Allen.
Just brutal.
Oof.
Brutal.
Shades to Green Bay versus Chicago, but worse when you turn over to
worse.
4
the
times in one
turnovers are
half.
worse.
If this was another team, this game could be 51-10, like Chargers versus Bills, with Nathan Peterman getting the start. 5 interceptions before the half. Josh Allen retires at halftime. Classic.
I think the Bills would be happy if he retired at halftime.
Oof. Might need somebody else in as quarterback. Bring back Tyrod Taylor. Bring back E.J. Manuel.
They were good that one year with Tyrod Taylor.
And then they had Nathan Peterman for that week against the Chargers.
Who's the Bills' backup quarterback?
Matt Barkley.
I would honestly...
Yeah, Matt Barkley.
That's pretty brutal, but I would honestly think about putting him in for the second half, given how awful Allen's been with the turnovers.
Matt Barkley...
This is still a winnable game.
When he started that one game last season, the Bills won that game against the Jets. And the score to that one, they put up, I think it was 41-10, which was the final, with Matt Barkley, the quarterback.
Maybe you see if Matt Barkley can win you this game.
And it was over like 250 yards passing, too.
Because I don't think Josh Allen's going to win you this game if you're the Bills. He's turning the ball over every chance he gets.
Yeah, it was week 10 last season. Bills won that game 41-10. And Matt Barkley passed the ball in that game with 2 touchdown passes. And Sam Darnold didn't play because he was injured. So it was Josh McCown who filled in through 2 picks. All right, here we are, guys, getting ready for the third quarter. And any minute from now, we are on 2 platforms streaming this game, the Sports Dish on Sportscaster and also on YouTube on Final Yard Football. So Sunday, NFL Day is here. Wish it was some more offensive explosion in this game. We've seen that in other games.
The Bills are my defense, my fantasy defense. So
not looking bad.
I would love some not explosive offense.
Yeah.
I would love for the Bills to just not give up
out
points.
in this game. This game is not looking bad.
If we could get the Bills
defense
to get some turnovers and make the Jets turn the ball over, that'd be great for the fantasy day.
If you're the Jets defense, have yourself a ball game here.
Oh, their defense defense is unbelievable so far.
Because they must be the #1 defense right now in fantasy.
I would think
forcing
so. I don't
4
know
turnovers.
I don't know who has the Jets defense, but
Yeah.
absolutely.
The only other defense right now that maybe could be up with the Jets, but probably not, is the Vikings, because they're shutting out the Falcons.
Yeah, but the Jets have a defensive touchdown, so they're gotta by far be the #1 fantasy defense. No points against and a defensive touchdown and the 4 turnovers as well. So that's, I mean, you're looking at like a 25+ point day from your defense with the way that the Jets are going so far.
We are getting ready for the second half here, as we're getting the kickoff right now from Steven Hauschka. Ball placed at the 35. Hauschka will kick this one off. We start the third quarter for part 2 of this game. As he kicks this one to the back of the end zone, Jets will take out from their own 25. So here we are starting out the second half here on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster and Final Yard Football on YouTube.
Let's go.
So Tyreek Hill, if you guys haven't known, is out for the game now with a shoulder injury for Kansas City. Also, the quarterback for Jacksonville, Nick Foles, is out for the remainder of the game. Gardner Minshew, though, is a perfect 9 for 9 for Jacksonville. The backup quarterback passing the ball. Don't know where that came from, but how in the world is he perfect? It's
only a 10-point game, and Jacksonville's starting with the ball, so Jacksonville could make that a 1-score game, I hear, in the second half.
All right, here we are, back to the second half, and somebody jumped early.
Offsides.
Bills offsides to start out.
Come on, Hughes.
Not even a second into this game, and the Bills are offsides just like that.
Hughes is pointing at the offensive line, but I thought, he 100% went first.
5-yard penalty. He'll bring up a 1st and 5 with a ball at the 30-yard line of Jets territory.
And not a second has ticked off the clock in this half. Wow.
All right, we will try this again now. 1st and 5. 15 minutes on the clock to start this third quarter. Sam Darnold in the shotgun right now. Le'Veon Bell towards his right. Darnold takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes left side, complete for a first down. They get it for a gain of 11 out to the slot receiver, Jamison Crowder. So they pick up the first down. The ball will be placed at the 41-yard line here of Jets territory. They're going a little bit up-tempo, no huddle, trying to tire out this Buffalo Bills defense with the ball spotted at the Jets 41. Darnold in the shotgun, Bell out towards his right, 2 wide up towards the top of the screen. Darnold, quick pass towards the left, complete for a gain of 2 on the play out towards the tight end right there. It goes. And it'll be about a 2nd and 8 coming up for the New York Jets. So the tight end getting in a little bit of action here for the Jets. Darnold once again out of the shotgun. Bell out towards his right. He'll hand it off. HB draw the Bell. Bell.
Wrapped up, and they can't bring him down.
40, breaking a tackle and gets
multiple
about
tackles.
An 8-yard gain out of it.
Wow.
Or 6-yard gain out of it. Brings up a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's unbelievable.
Man, Le'Veon Bell was wrapped up right there.
Should have been down there and just wasn't taken down. 2 defenders
spins away from him and dragging the pile. All right, 3rd and 2 right now for the Jets. Can they move the chains? Darnold in the shotgun. They'll go 5 wide right now as Bell sets up left side of the screen as a wide receiver. Darnold takes the snap, feels the
wide open.
First down to midfield.
Right at the 50.
Nice read right there by Sam Darnold. Jamison Crowder's been getting his targets today. This is what I like to see from Sam Darnold. Nice, quick passes.
Yeah.
Able to make the reads.
Buffalo's defense has been able to sack him and get to him, but what they're doing now is they're doing these quick 2-second slant routes.
Hurry up here. Darnold, left sideline pass. I believe it was incomplete. Yes, it was. Incomplete to Robbie.
But they're getting the ball out quick, so the pass rush does not have time to get to Darnold.
Yep.
And he's getting in a good rhythm here.
So we have 12:58 left to go in the third. Washington up against Philly at halftime, 20-7. By the way.
Case Keenum having a day. 257 and 2 touchdowns at halftime.
Welcome to the NFL, Darius Geis. 21 rushing yards, but welcome him to the NFL after He was succumbed to the Gillette Stadium ACL injury in week 1 of the preseason. Darnold, play action, goes to the air here, down the middle, and overshoots Robbie Anderson,
who was wide open.
There's a flag, though,
and that's going to be roughing the passer.
He got hit late. Flag down here.
Oh, it's illegal block on the offense, it looks like.
It appeared that Sam Darnold got hit late on the play.
That doesn't.
He fell down,
I don't think
they're
that's
looking like the
call.
flag's going to be on the Jets. So illegal use to the hands right there. Hands to the face by the offense. Ryan Khalil, 13th year vet.
Former Panther.
The center for this team with illegal hands used to the face. Yeah, for sure. This game is just so sloppy.
Definitely.
Oh, man. Just going right up towards the
overshoots a wide open Robbie Anderson. So it's 3rd and 10 now. They declined the penalty. They took the incomplete pass. And it's now 3rd and long. And I think you've got to obviously be expecting pass here if you're the Bills
ball at
defense.
Midfield.
Looks like the Bills are going to bring pressure, though.
Got to get this ball out quick.
We'll see if they jump out of it. Or
Darnold takes the snap. Here comes the blitz.
They do bring it. And the sack!
The sack at the 45.
This Bills defense is for real.
They're keeping them right into this game.
This Bills defense is for real.
What a game of defense here with both of these teams.
The blitz packages we're seeing from the Bills are just fantastic, and Darnold doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
That's the 4th sack
of the game for Buffalo already. They could easily finish this game with 6 or 7 sacks, and that's a lot for one game.
Lack Edwards coming on to punt the ball away. This will be punt number 5 in this game as he will punt at the 35-yard line. This punt is up in the air. It's booming. Has a fair catch is called for Buffalo Jets. Down there to down it, and they do. How they down it at the 2-yard line. So the Buffalo Bills offense will start out from their own 2-yard line, 98 yards from the end zone.
And they can't run the ball, so this is not looking good.
This is for disaster.
This has 3 and out written all over it. Score update, the LA Rams have kicked another field goal. I believe that's their 3rd or 4th
Greg the leg coming in handy today.
Maybe only 3. Yeah, 3. That would be 9 points. So yeah, but anyway, it's 16-3 LA over the Panthers as they continue to kick field goals, and that's the only score I believe that has changed since halftime. As Philadelphia, trying to make a comeback here in the second half, will get the ball first. It's 20-7 Washington right now. If Philly gets a touchdown on this first drive, you're at 20-14, and it's a ball game again.
Trying to make the comeback like Texas last night against LSU.
Yeah, but they cannot. They basically need points on this drive. And Philly needs points.
I thought it would be impossible for the Redskins to score more than 14 points in this game. Everybody was saying, how in the world can they score more than 2 touchdowns in this game? And it's crazy. Crazy that they've put 20 up at the board at halftime. But yeah, right now we are on commercial break, and the Buffalo Bills will start out from their own 2-yard line. Vegas Vic's here with his prediction. Jets are going to win this game 9-3. That is possible.
That's absolutely possible.
It's going to be like that game Jaguars versus Bills in the wild card round a few years ago.
Yep.
Where there was just nothing
going offensively.
Nothing offensive-wise. There's usually that one wild card game like every year. Texans versus Raiders, I think in 2017 for the wild card because Derek Carr went down with his hand injury out for the season late in that season. There's usually like a blowout or so, or just like a low-scoring game in the wild card, and it usually comes from the AFC, containing a team from the AFC South. But right now, the Bills will get the ball. They'll start out from their own 2-yard line with Josh Allen, who's turned the ball over already 4 times in this game. I wonder what his fantasy numbers are, like what the points are right now.
Not good.
Negatives.
No, he's had a lot of pass yards,
Yeah.
though, so probably not negatives, but not very
It's
good.
close, though.
Oh, look at the Jets
Yeah.
are really ready for the run
Jets are
here.
stacking right up
They're
here.
stacking
Their
the
handoff off the
box.
middle. Did he get there?
I don't even
Oh,
think
I don't think
that's
so.
a safety. He didn't even get
Safety.
out. He didn't even
Yep,
get
they're
out
saying
of
safety.
the end zone. That's a safety. It's now 8-0 Jets.
8-0, and the Jets get the ball back on the punt.
The Jets completely stacked the box there, and the Bills made no adjustment to it at all. Tried to run it right up the middle and got absolutely blown off the ball.
This offensive line for the Bills is concerning.
They're not good,
This
that's
is
for
concerning.
sure. Now, looking at the replay, forward progress might have, I don't know, he might have gotten out.
The Bills have run the ball so far for a grand total of 36 rushing yards. The leading ball carrier is the quarterback Josh Allen, 8 carries for 27 yards.
He might have gotten out here.
Frank Gore, the leading running back, has only 9 yards total. Devin Singletary hasn't touched the ball yet in the backfield.
This is going to be close. They might be reviewing this. This angle makes it look like he got a little bit in front of that pylon, and then forward progress would get him at least out of the end zone, so it wouldn't be a safety. But I don't know if they're reviewing it or what. I guess not.
Yeah. They put 8 on the scoreboard.
I guess not.
Allen is over at the sideline right now, taking off his helmet, so they're not reviewing this at all.
This is as bad of a possible game for Buffalo's offense as you could ever have. There, to me, it looks like he's out of the end zone.
Yeah. There's no way, though. There's too many jerseys.
Yeah, you would never get a conclusive review of that.
You don't see where he's carrying the ball. If he has
there's way too many people.
Straight to his chest, or if he has it a little bit over the line, there's no way. You can tell with that many helmets impeding the view. So Buffalo will punt this ball away, and the Jets will receive as they take it from the 30, past the 35, and they get tackled around the 40.
Right around the 40-yard line.
So we'll have 11:49 left to go in the fourth, and the
Bills
Jets
defense is going to have to come up big again. I don't know how much you can rely on this Bills defense, drive in and drive out to get 3 and outs.
How about this? A week 1 game with no offensive touchdowns, and that's the final score. It could very well happen in this one. You got a safety, you got a pick 6, and that's the ball game. It could very well be 8-0 if both of these teams cannot move the ball down the field. Looking at the Jets' last 5 possessions. Punt, miss field goal, punt.
Yep.
All right, so the Jets are going empty here. Something that we haven't seen a lot. We've seen 4 wide, but going empty. They screen pass it right side, complete, and gain of 8 on the play to Jamison Crowder.
No, Quincy Enunwa.
81. Yep, Quincy Enunwa, 81.
Good to see him back in the game. He was injured a little bit earlier. He had to be taken off the field, but he looks good to go and is back in the game.
So 2nd and 2. The Jets are going hurry up here to try to tie
easy handoff decision there.
Up the middle of Bell. Bell breaks a tackle into the 45, past midfield. So Le'Veon Bell carries it for a first down, and now they're moving the ball into Buffalo territory. The Jets have a 1st and 10 with 11:10 left to go on the clock. Gardner Minshew, by the way, is a perfect 13 for 13 for the Jaguars right now, replacing Nick Foles as quarterback.
They haven't gotten any more points, though, which is interesting. Yeah. They're still at 13.
It must be like short check
down passes, yeah. They're still at 13 points.
Jets with the ball, shotgun formation right now. They snap it to Darnold, hands it off to Bell. Bell up the middle, nothing
there. This Bills defense is impressive.
Looks like a loss of 1 on the play.
Wow, if you have Mark Ingram on your fantasy team, I hope you started. I hope you started him. He's got 77 rush yards and 2 touchdowns for Ingram.
What a day. Shotgun formation right now. He's going empty for Sam Darnold. Takes the snap, drops back, feels the pressure, passes left side, complete.
Crowder breaks the first tackle, cannot break the second.
Gets the ball to about the 38. We do have a flag, though.
We have a field goal for the Tennessee Titans in the Titans-Browns game. It's now 15-6 Tennessee. So not the start to the season the Browns were looking for. to say the least.
That roughing the passer right there. So, yeah, roughing the passer by the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, he took his
coming in
knees
late.
right out and
Jordan
late.
Phillips for the Bills just coming in late.
And took his knees right out.
Philadelphia trying to score here against Washington. Bought the Washington 22 with the Eagles with the ball. So automatic first
should
down
at least get a field goal out of that.
by roughing the passer. Who in the world is this T. McLaurin who has 104 receiving yards for the Redskins?
There's been some random
no-name
people,
players today.
some random no-name players putting up big yards.
It's like Mo Ali Cox last season, the tight end for Indy for 1 week just went off. All right, Robbie Anderson in motion out towards the right side. Ace formation for Sam Darnold. Bell in the backfield. They're going to go with an end-around jet sweep here. Crowder with the ball takes
Crowder
it past,
breaking
tackle.
Oh!
Stood up
Got
at 20.
absolutely leveled by the linebacker. Broke multiple tackles and then got absolutely leveled by the
Matt
linebacker.
Milano, the third-year player for the Buffalo Bills, just put on the crack right there to Jamison Crowder on the right side jet sweep end around.
Just grabbed him and threw him down.
He didn't want any of that on that play. Man.
What a hit.
9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We'll see if finally somebody can score an offensive touchdown here. 2nd and 6, ball at the 20. Finally somebody with a ball in the red zone. The Jets the first time with a ball in the red zone here of Buffalo territory.
And did they get the timeout called, or they got a timeout called before the delay of game? So the Jets have to burn a timeout early here.
So timeout taken by the Jets. That's their first timeout right there of the half. They have 2 more timeouts remaining as we have 8:48 left to go in the third quarter. And the score looks like this. 8-0 Jets against the Bills. And courtesy of the C.J. Mosley pick 6 for 6 on the board. A missed extra point by the kicker, Corey Bedvick. And then a safety in the end zone by the Jets defense. And that's how the points have lined up today. Of course, the Miami Dolphins are getting blown out against Baltimore right now. They'll take on the Patriots next week at home for Miami at
I think
Sunlight.
Even the Patriots never win in Miami. I think against this Dolphins team,
sure.
the Patriots will win
twice.
in Miami.
Even when the Patriots have struggled throughout like September in the past, you got to lock this one in the books.
This Dolphins team is historically bad.
2nd and 6 coming up. This is the longest drive today for the Jets for a grand total of 40 yards right now.
Wow.
The ball is placed at the 20. Darnold out of the shotgun. Bell, the running back. Darnold gets the snap, drops back, passes right side, check down pass, complete to Bell, first down.
This is going to be a touchdown.
This could do it for the game today.
This is going to end the game because the Jets are going to score on this drive, and Buffalo just has no offense. So. 1st
and goal coming up here for the Jets. Le'Veon Bell is just wide open right in the flat.
No one even within camera
nobody
screen
covered
of him.
Hey, a linebacker, come on, don't snooze. He forgot to take on Le'Veon Bell and covering him. All right, 1st and goal, ball at the 9 here.
Score update, Carolina has scored a touchdown.
To Bell. Bell cuts right, and he'll gain around 4 on the play, takes it to the 5-yard line.
Carolina has scored a touchdown against the Rams, making it 16-9. Will be 16-10 with the extra point.
Philadelphia make it or break it. They're at the 5-yard line of Redskins territory. Christian McCaffrey, 8-yard touchdown.
Philly just scored, so we've got a 20-13 game now, about to be 20-14. So Philly just scored.
And here's a team that should score possibly on this play. 2nd and goal coming up for the Jets. Ball at the 5-yard line of Buffalo territory. Darnold takes the snap.
No, Darnold with the run,
oh,
and then he throws it
open.
Easy touchdown Jets.
Oh my God, the trickery coming into play right there for the Jets, and they have a 14-zip lead.
And the Bills are not happy about something.
Ryan Griffin, a former Houston Texans tight end with a 5-yard touchdown reception.
The Bills are not happy about something.
I think that Sean McDermott thought that his foot was in front of the line of scrimmage when he passed that ball, and it clearly
was not.
They started out at the 5.
Maybe it was lineman downfield.
McDermott's not happy about this, so we're going to wait to see what the call is. Oh, Ryan Griffin now has 3 receptions, actually. That's his lone touchdown reception so far.
I don't know what their play looks good to me.
He threw that ball and he was behind the line of scrimmage.
He was definitely behind the line.
That was a quarterback draw to the right side. They faked it and they threw the pass to a wide open tight end. Yeah, we'll see after this break what happened, but I believe that should be a touchdown.
I don't know why that wouldn't be a touchdown, but we'll see what happens.
That should be a touchdown. So 14-0, pending an extra point coming up by the kicker, who is 0 for 2 today.
He's missed an extra point and a field goal today and has not made a kick, so that's not good.
But yeah, right now we have 7:33 left to go in the third quarter, and that is the first offensive touchdown of this game. Wow. So the Jets putting together a drive with finally something in it, in that drive that they put together. And it lasted like this. 7 plays, 55 yards, and 3 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock by the Jets if this play does hold up. So yeah, right now we're just awaiting the call on the field. Currently we're on commercial break. What a week though. Week 1 of the NFL. We got ourselves some blowout games, some really good games to watch, and some close games, possible comebacks. LA against Carolina right now looks really good. 16-10.
16-10. Tennessee up on Cleveland 15 to 6. Kansas City just scored again, making it 29-13. That's going to be 30-13, I think, with the extra point. And
Washington against Philly. Talk about the Buccaneers from last season putting in a shootout with the Saints, and
Baltimore
this one hasn't
now
been a shootout,
48-10.
It's been a shocker, for sure.
Yep, Washington's up 20-14 on Philadelphia. Philly does have the ball back already, though, so that seems like that was pretty quick. So that might have been a Washington turnover, because Philly seems to have gotten that ball back very quickly.
48-10.
48-10, Baltimore over Miami.
That is just crazy.
The Atlanta Falcons still do not have a point against Minnesota. It's 21-0 still Minnesota.
Oh man, that's so sad to see how talented their
Matt
wide receiving
Ryan,
core is.
Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley,
Mohamed Sanu, Devontae Freeman in the backfield,
and
no answers to scoring.
Nothing. 0 points.
And that's what we're seeing. How in the world is Cleveland losing right now? That too, 15-6 right now. Tennessee's defense, though. Tennessee must be doing something right on their defensive end. Okay, we're going to check here.
It's not
a touchdown. They're going to replay the down. So take off the points.
Take those points off the board.
So those points go off the board. It's 8-0.
It must have been... Well, you can't review. The only penalty you can review is offensive pass interference. So they must have called offensive pass interference there on Enunwa because he was blocking downfield. And it ended up being a pass play, so you can't block downfield.
That is interesting. So 2nd and goal and the ball at the 15-yard line here.
So take those points off the board.
So it's 8-0 now is the score. So 8-0 is the score. 2nd and goal. Coming up for the Jets. They are going empty here. Darnold takes the snap, passes left side complete, past the 10, and
Crowder gets taken down.
Crowder gets a pretty good yardage out of that one. Inside the 10-yard line towards the 7 now.
Now it's 3rd and goal from the 7.
This is the play here. Make it or break it with a touchdown. The Bills defense can hold them. Bills haven't been able to score, though. They need to show something in the scoring factor. Sam Darnold.
I mean, if they could intercept this ball, that would be
pick 6. It would be a game changer.
That would be huge.
Crowder's got his volume in this game. 8 receptions, 66 yards by Crowder. Darnold going empty, ball at the 9. Darnold takes the snap, drops back, passes left side to the end zone, touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, welcome back to the NFL, to the Jets. It is 14 zip here.
So now for real, they're up 14-zip, and it's going to be 15, assuming he hits the... I wouldn't assume he's going to hit the extra point. Oh, they're going for 2?
Wow. 2-point conversion.
They don't even trust. They don't even trust their kicker.
Man.
They're going for 2.
That's saying you'll be cut tomorrow.
Yep.
That's that's saying.
They're gonna be looking for a new kicker tomorrow.
They'll be signing another kicker tomorrow. That is for sure. Le'Veon Bell with a 9-yard touchdown reception.
Bell's first touchdown in almost 2 years.
It's 49-10 Baltimore with a lead. So the Jets are going for 2 here. Darnold, shotgun formation, a running back towards the right, a wide receiver. Now as Bell goes wide, Darnold gets the snap, flushed out towards his right, now backing up towards the middle. Just keeps on getting flushed out, passes this ball up for grabs. Oh,
and
he
caught.
Gets it. Le'Veon Bell gets it at the right corner of the end zone for 2.
That's embarrassing if you're the Bills. That is embarrassing if you're the Bills.
Throwing off.
He just chucked that ball up off his back foot, and no one for Buffalo was there.
The defender right there just mistimed his jump.
He just completely missed the ball. All he had to do was knock that down, and he completely whiffed.
Oh my!
That is embarrassing if you're the Bills.
That looked like Josh Rosen in the comeback UCLA against Texas A&M a few years ago, where the defender just mistimed his jump. The ball went straight through his hands and into the wide receiver's arms for a touchdown catch, and that's what started the comeback. They were down, I think, like 41 to 10, and came back in the fourth quarter and won it. That's college football for you. But Kari Vedvik will kick this ball off. I guess they had no faith in him kicking the extra point. It's now 16-0 the score here on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster and Final Yard Football on YouTube. 16-0. 7 minutes remain in the third quarter. Vedvik will kick this ball, and this ball will go all the way to the back of the end zone as the Bills will start out from their own 25. Wow. He just chucked that up and got the 2-point conversion.
The Bills' defense was only going to be able to keep doing what they were doing for so long before eventually they gave something up, and now they've given something up because the Buffalo offense has been completely unable to possess the ball. They've gotten no points, and they just keep giving the ball away. So that's putting way too much pressure on Buffalo's defense, and they're not going to be able to keep up with that.
So now we have 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Buffalo will run it
finally
right
trying
side,
to run the ball,
and
Frank Gore went nowhere.
No place to go.
And we got a flag on the play as well, probably offensive holding.
No place right there for Frank Gore to run the ball.
What a disaster of a game for the Bills' offense. Defensive holding. You don't see that on a run play very often.
4 turnovers in the first half, most by a quarterback since 2017 in Week 11.
When it was Nathan Peterman
with his 5 interceptions against the Chargers. We all know how that game went. It was like, what, 51
yeah, it was
20 something.
Destruction.
It was a disaster. It's like 38 zip at halftime. All right, Josh Allen hands it off left side.
He's got space down the sideline.
40 to the 45.
Huge run for Singletary. His first noticeable play of the game.
Wow.
He did have a short catch earlier, but that wasn't much. That's his first noticeable play of the game.
Besides the first drive when the Bills were getting some big jump plays to John Brown as wide receiver, this is basically one of the biggest plays of the game
for them, absolutely.
We have 6:20 left to go in the third quarter. We have signs of life here by Buffalo, with the ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Jets territory. Allen going in the shotgun formation. Frank Gore, once again, the running back towards his left. He's got 2 wide out towards the right. He'll hand it off on the HB draw to Frank Gore.
And
nothing
Gore
there.
Goes nowhere.
Frank Gore running the ball, nothing there today. That has been a problem so far in this game. I believe 6 carries for 10 yards today by Frank Gore.
That's brutal.
Devin Singletary has 1 rush, by the way, for 20. So you can see who's been nice and fresh on the field carrying the ball and who's been absolutely struggling so far to run it.
Oh, absolutely. Vedvik is definitely gone tomorrow.
Yeah,
There's no
it looks
way
like
they
he's going to be
keep
cut.
him.
All right, 5.5 left to go in the third. Allen in the shotgun right now. I believe that's Singletary, the running back towards the left, and Allen takes the snap, passes over the middle.
Throws it behind the tight end there, number
incomplete.
88.
Dawson Knox, a rookie from Ole Miss, the 3rd-round draft pick, dropped that one, but it was behind them, though.
Now it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 here for the Bills, something that they've had trouble throughout the game. 3rd down efficiency. Actually, they're only 50% there on 3rd down efficiency, and they got stopped on a 4th down earlier on here. So 3rd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. 19 total yards in the half on this drive. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Jets. Going empty for Josh Allen. He takes the snap. He drops back. He passes it down the middle of the field, and it's broken up.
No one even near it.
Close. C.J. Mosley could have had another interception. He broke it up.
What is Josh Allen doing?
Attempt. There was a flag, though, down in the field. That wasn't even remotely close. It's like 10 yards towards the right of the intended receiver. I think he was trying to hit Cole Beasley.
Roughing the passer on the Jets defense. That's a killer penalty.
Roughing the passer by Henry Anderson, the defensive tackle for the Jets. Man,
you cannot.
The penalties today have killed the Jets. I believe that's their 9th penalty of this game.
That's a 15-yard penalty that now gets the Bills into field goal range, so they might be able to at least get some points out of this.
Roughing the passer, and it was late. Whoa!
Oh, it was a
needless,
way late.
Hey, we got a score update.
Another touchdown for Deshaun Jackson, and Philadelphia
has the lead, 21-20.
So they've come back from down 20-7.
Allen takes the snap, passes left side, 1st down.
Philadelphia
on the catch. Gain of 11. John Brown finally receives some target attention. He got some in the first quarter, but nothing in the second quarter.
Philadelphia has completed the comeback against Washington and is now leading 21-20.
Let's see here on the replay.
Deep
Carson Wentz just airs it out. Deshaun, man, he had steps on it wide open.
Touchdown.
Deshaun Jackson still able to produce in the NFL.
As long as he has that blazing speed, he's going to produce.
Set, handoff here to Gore. Gore, nothing.
-2 on the play.
Loss of 2 right there for Frank Gore on the play. Thanks so much, all, for joining me here on the stream. This is the Sports Dish on Sportscaster. Final Yard Football right now on YouTube. Frank Gore just going nowhere in this game. Man, nothing there for number 20. Just running on the left side. Counter. Nothing, gets tackled from behind. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. This is a huge drive for Buffalo to see if they can cash this one in. They haven't been able to get anything going. 7 rushes for 8 yards today by Frank Gore. That's the numbers. Buffalo with the ball. They snap it. Allen. Allen passes deep to the end zone. It is incomplete. Tipped and batted down by, guess who? C.J. Mosley.
He's had a hell of a game at linebacker for the New York Jets.
One heck of a game today by C.J. Mosley for sure. Let's see these numbers by C.J. today. Have yourself a game. 5 tackles, 2 passes defended, I believe, and an interception for a touchdown by C.J. Mosley.
What a day for him.
Have yourself a game, C.J. That was intended for John Brown at the back of the end zone. 3rd and 12. Make it or break it play here. Ball at the 25-yard line. Allen out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, passes, and you're holding the ball on for too long. Passes it right side. And
almost intercepted. Almost intercepted.
The Jets almost had a pick with Marcus May, the full safety. It brings up a 4th and 12 here for Buffalo. Wow, that was dangerous.
What an idiotic throw from Josh Allen.
Oh my gosh, that was so dangerous of a pass. Such a dangerous pass, and Josh Allen took a whack down on the ground, man. Steven Hauschka, along a 54 last season, coming on to attempt this field goal from the left hash, 43 yards out. This
Right
kick is
down
up.
the
This kick
middle.
is down Main Street. Up and good.
So the Bills get on the board with a field goal, but wow.
16-3 right now.
Allen almost
Something.
threw those points away, too.
For sure, Vegas Vix. Josh Allen is just awful today.
This is
Oh,
one of the worst
man.
quarterbacking performances I've seen
This is bad.
in a long time.
This is bad. Like, there were some bad games I watched last season. 49ers versus Raiders on Thursday Night Football. But as far as the quarterbacking here, that was more of the offensive line and no pass protection to Derek Carr. This game, though, as far as the quarterbacking, this kid is going to get ripped to shreds when he faces better teams throughout the season. It's not going to look too promising. He is lucky that they play, I believe they play against the Giants next week. I'll check their schedule here for Buffalo. We'll go over what Buffalo's upcoming schedule looks like here. Oh, they're so lucky. They get two other teams that should be in the bottom of the barrel of the NFL for the next 2 weeks. They play at MetLife, same stadium once again. They take on the Giants next week, so they know the field, and they play at MetLife once again. So two games at MetLife, back-to-back weeks. Jets and Giants, same place, same time, 1 p.m. CBS. Hopefully we're not stuck. Oh no, we're not even stuck because the Patriots game. Never mind. But then they play against the Bengals the following week, and then you got to get your stuff in order because you got the Patriots on September 29th, last game of September for Week 4.
And then they got Tennessee.
Tennessee, who's holding the Browns to 6 points right now at Tennessee.
They're at Cleveland.
Then you
or
have
they're at Tennessee.
Yeah, they're at Tennessee. Then they got Miami, the Eagles, the Redskins, the Browns.
Miami again.
Wait until November 24th when they play this meat of their schedule. This is tough. The Broncos on the 24th of November. Thank goodness it's at home at Buffalo and not at Mile High. Then they're at Dallas.
Ooh.
Then against Baltimore.
Ugh.
Then at Pittsburgh.
That's going to be a lot of losses in a row for the Buffalo
And to
Bills.
close out the season, Week 16 at Gillette against the Patriots.
And then they have the Jets in week.
And then the Jets in Week 17. So both of these teams face off today and Week 17.
The end of Buffalo's schedule is brutal.
Oof. Steelers, Ravens, Cowboys. Oh man, New England
Ugh.
at Gillette.
That's a lot of losses in a row.
Yikes.
Touchdown Browns, Baker Mayfield to David Njoku, 15-12.
Interesting there.
Gonna be 15-13, assuming.
It's gonna be interesting. That's probably a game they'll turn us over towards right after this one finishes. The CBS extra overtime period stuff that they do.
That game.
That's a close game.
That game's actually ahead of us, though, so that game might be over by the time this one ends. They are at 2:10 remaining in the third. We've got almost 4 minutes.
3:48. It's closer though. It's not like one game's 11 minutes into the third.
No.
That's dragging.
So Cleveland hits the extra point this time, unlike the first time, and it's now 15-13 Titans over the Browns, but Cleveland's right back in it. Minnesota now has taken a 28-0 lead over Atlanta. So the Vikings doing what they want with Atlanta. Philadelphia has gotten the ball back from Washington. They now have the lead and have the ball back. So that game's starting to go a little more as expected.
Yep. Now we're back to action here as the Jets have the ball. Ace formation, Darnold. HB toss over towards Bell. Bell left side carry, and he gains around 5 on the play, takes it to the 30. That was an awkward landing right there by Le'Veon Bell. LA Rams are at the 1 yard line of Carolina right now, trying to score once again. It's 16-10 LA. Looking at the replay, Baker to David Njoku for the touchdown. What we pointed out moments ago, 3-yard TD reception by Njoku puts it 15-13. And the Vikings with Dalvin Cook, have yourself a day.
Another touchdown for Dalvin Cook. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Jets. Ball at their own 30. Darnold out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off. HB draw up the middle to Ty Montgomery. Gains around 2 on the play.
And the Rams have just gone up 22-10. So touchdown Rams.
The difference in this game today is the turnovers. The ball security. Josh Allen, 4 turnovers.
Sam Darnold,
not the
none.
day. And that's the difference between the quarterbacks. The head-to-head last time, Sam Darnold won 27-23 in Week 14. And he's doing it again today. 2.5 left to go in the third quarter right now. The Jets in the shotgun formation right now with Darnold. Ball at the 32. Darnold takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Swing over pass towards Bell, right side. And Bell gets a first down.
Once again, they can't make the tackle. First down, Le'Veon Bell.
The Bills should have had the open field tackle to prevent him from getting to the sticks, but Le'Veon Bell able to get by that for the first down for a gain of 4 on the play. This Vikings team looks legit, their defense for sure. 2 interceptions off of Matt Ryan. Julio Jones' name isn't even seen in the stat line so far in the bottom of the screen on CBS. Mohamed Sanu is the leading wide receiver.
Yep.
This defense from Minnesota looks legit. Dalvin Cook over 100 yards
and 2
rushing.
Touchdowns. What a game for him.
And Thielen with a touchdown reception. Play action fake. Darnold passes left side complete to Bell.
They make the open field tackle
for a gain of 1 that time. The open field tackle that time by the Buffalo Bills was by Tremaine Edmonds. He led the team in tackles last season with 121 total. Even though that Cleveland's only scored 13 points, Baker Mayfield's still impressing.
Pretty
20
good
for 27
game.
Passing.
His stat line's pretty good.
OBJ 7 receptions for 71 yards.
Just needs to add a touchdown to that. And
single back set in the backfield.
And
so
that
off
went
to Bell,
absolutely
no plays
nowhere.
right there. Lost it 2 on the play. Bell got swallowed up by the entire defensive front for Buffalo.
I think somebody didn't know the play on that one. Someone made a mistake there.
Somebody forgot their assignment, for sure. Sammy Watkins only needs 5 more yards, and he has a 200-yard receiving game.
And Marcus Mariota just threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Derrick Henry.
Oh.
And
wow,
about to be 22-13. Cleveland's defense gives up a back-breaking touchdown there.
Man. 25 seconds left to go before the end of the third quarter. Darnold takes the snap, drops back, pass over the middle.
Caught by Robbie Anderson, but they're going to have to punt it away.
Tight coverage for sure.
Almost intercepted. It's also Ravens added a field goal, so it's now 52-10. Almost intercepted by the corner there, and Robbie Anderson hangs on out through the hit, but
boom.
He's definitely short of the first down marker, and the Jets will punt the ball
Levi Wallace
away.
almost had a chance to step in front of that route and pick that ball off. That was close. That was, oh man, that was so close. I cannot believe he completed that pass. Yeah, big time. Ravens just crushing the Dolphins. It's not even close.
That's not even a game.
52-10.
I'm glad we're not watching that.
Welcome to college football. We're going to have to watch that next week if that's the result. Patriots versus Miami. Next week, I'll have that stream for you guys, hopefully, on the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster and Final Yard Football on YouTube. Of course, Banner Nights tonight. By the way, cannot wait for that.
Matt Schaub entering the game for Matt Ryan in Atlanta.
Wow. And Matt Ryan's not hurt.
Matt Ryan
he just got benched.
pulled from the game in Atlanta.
Wow. Well, people were talking before the season, who's the surprise head coach firing? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dan Quinn. And here we are, week 1. It doesn't look good for the Falcons. I was not expecting this at all. Was not expecting at all to be like that. Of course, NASCAR has some big stuff, by the way. Playoff race, in the chase, you're in. If you get there, that cutoff line, you got 4 drivers going at for 2 playoff spots. Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez. Who has it for what to take in the NASCAR playoffs races? That one is on NBCSN, I believe, right now at the Brickyard.
Yep. Apparently there was a huge crash at the end of stage 1, so I'm trying to see if there's any highlights on Twitter.
But yeah, this game right now, man, 16-3 is the score. Bills are outgaining the Jets by 2 total yards, 195 to 193, but only 3 points to show for it for Buffalo because of the 4 turnovers. Turnovers can be a killer, and Josh Allen today has just turned over the ball way too many times. Oh my gosh.
Eric
Somebody's
Jones
put
and
into the
Brad
fence.
Keselowski.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Brad Keselowski goes into the tire barrier and absolutely gets destroyed.
Wow.
That is wild.
That is ridiculous. Man. Eric 16-3 score. As we move on to the fourth quarter. So I'll put this for the fourth quarter for you guys right now on Final Yard Football on YouTube. We're also live on the Sports Dish here in Sportscaster. 16-3, and they'll punt the ball away to Buffalo, and Buffalo will fair catch it at their own 15.
So another long field for Buffalo to try and go down to score. I just don't see it happening.
So 14:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. Does the Bills have enough in the tank to finally secure the ball, put together a quality drive, and end it in a touchdown? If so, it will be a 6-point game. Hey, what is good, Vaughn? Thanks so much, man, for joining me, the co-host
Vaughn.
here. John
What's
from
going
Off the
on,
Wall
Vaughn?
Hockey. Of course, Vaughn knows him for sure. Sporting out the Baker Mayfield jersey.
Kansas City scores again. It's now 37-13.
Man, blowout there.
Philadelphia is back in the red zone against Washington, so we got chance for points there as well.
How about that? It would be 21 unanswered points by the Eagles.
3 straight touchdowns for the Eagles after a abysmal first half.
Somebody here in the chat went big on my Sportscaster chat earlier on. I think it was Market Punks who took the Eagles, took the Ravens, and
those were locks.
He took the Chiefs, I believe, as well in his game. So those are basically locks. So have yourself a payday there, for sure. Especially Baltimore, if you took the over, I bet you're very happy with Baltimore's
Baltimore
production in
and
this
the
game.
over is just. I mean, you are making money right now. You won both.
Racking in the cash. If you took Miami, I'm sad to say, but
right. I have the Patriots tonight, and I have the Patriots in the under. I actually think they're gonna stay under 50 points, but.
How about Texas LSU last night? What a game!
What? Game.
It came down to an onside kick.
I don't watch a ton of college football, and I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't follow it that closely. Yesterday, I watched 3 full college football games because they were so good.
Yep, they had great games this week. How about Army almost
beating
Michigan?
That was the noon game.
OT.
Army almost beat Michigan. Then the Nebraska-Buffalo game was absolutely nuts. And then the LSU-Texas game at night was one of the best football games I've seen in a long time. Just what a football game.
But yeah, not Matty Ice's day, that is for sure. As Matt Schaub is now the quarterback filling in for Matt Ryan. As Matt Ryan's been benched for the Falcons.
Oof.
28-0 Minnesota leading against Atlanta.
And we've got another Philadelphia Eagles touchdown. And they go for 2.
Oh, they get it.
So now it's 29 to 20.
That's a 2-score game now.
Yep.
That basically puts this game to sleep.
That makes it a 2-score game.
We are back to action here with the fourth quarter. That run barely going anywhere. So Buffalo with the ball right now as they just ran it. They barely picked up yards. Second down coming up. How about C.J. Mosley? Welcome to the Jets, my man. 5 tackles, an interception return for a touchdown, and a fumble recovery. Have yourself a game. C.J. Mosley as well as 2 passes defended today. Bills with the ball. Ace formation. Allen hands it off to the running back. Big carry. 25-30. He's got Green. 35-40. Down the left sideline. It's Devin Singletary, the rookie.
Singletary's second big run of the game. I don't know why they haven't handed him the ball
He's got the burst of speed. Frank Gore doesn't. Put this guy into the game.
I don't know why Singletary hasn't been running the ball more.
They need to give it more to Devin now. He saw the hole. He's got good vision. He can see the hole. He has a burst of speed. So much faster than Frank Gore, the 15-year vet. Oh, wow. Mosley right now is doubtful with a groin injury.
Yeah, he's been on the sideline, so
he's
done his job today.
2 rushes for 43 yards by Devin Singletary. You got to hand it off more. Put running into the game plan. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, passes right side, down the sideline, open to the wide open receiver, John Brown. First down, gain of 13 on the play.
So we're going to get some garbage time points here from Buffalo. They finally going to get it in the end zone.
They're finally able to pick apart the secondary, maybe C.J. Mosley being out.
C.J. Mosley, I believe, is the signal caller on that defense.
Yeah.
He wears the C on that defense. So I would assume that he's the normal signal caller, and having him out on the
Part of the secondary
sideline
with linebackers, corners.
could lead to communication issues.
It's the middle linebacker for the team, so picking them apart right now. Allen feeling the rush. Passes, check down pass complete. Past the 40 to around the 36-yard line on the catch right there to the rookie, Tommy Sweeney. So Buffalo able to put yards. Now they got to put points on the board. That's been the big key for this game. Points on the board for the Bills. They only have 3 of them. They need a touchdown if they want to keep in this game. 12:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 4 coming up. John Brown is on the receiving list here. 6 receptions for 85 yards is his last grab, putting towards the top, probably 15 wideouts towards today. As Allen hands this one off. HB draw, left side, they cut it. The Singletary past
another
the 30
long
to
run.
the 25 to the 23-yard line. Alshon Jeffrey with a touchdown reception.
Rush TD.
Yeah, rush TD by the Eagles. Wow. Running jet sweeps there in Philly? Probably. 12:10 left to go in this fourth quarter. 16-3 is the score right now. Buffalo's been able to move the ball. Now they need to cash into the end zone.
C.J. Mosley's off the field, and Buffalo's moving the ball.
Ball now at the 23-yard line. Inside Jets territory. Allen in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, passes. Left side check down pass complete past the 20 and gets tackled right there at the 19-yard line would be Devin Singletary.
Yep. So Singletary coming on now in the fourth quarter, starting to get some more touches.
Use him.
Showing why the Bills thought he was a feature back.
Use Devin Singletary. Don't go with Frank Gore.
All of his yards
Singletary.
have been in the second half.
All in the second half. Singletary, 55 total yards. The rest of the team for Buffalo, only 42. Minnesota's up 28-0, and Kirk Cousins only has 10 passing attempts. This run, right side, Singletary big burst of speed
breaks
to the
it down to the 3-yard line.
Devin Singletary finding the vision, finding the hole, and another big burst of speed for a first down. We got a 1st and goal coming up for Buffalo. Run it in with this dude. Run it in.
I think Mosley's going to say, the heck with my groin, and put his helmet back on and get back out there, because this Jets defense does not look like they have all game with Mosley off the field.
Totally changed here. Man. 1st and goal, Devin Singletary, 4 carries for 70 yards. He's the back in the backfield right now behind Allen. Allen rolling out towards his right. And he's looking to scramble for it to the pylon.
And he's
in.
Rushing
He got a
touchdown for Josh Allen. So we all know he can do that, over 600 rush yards last year and 8 rushing touchdowns as a quarterback, which is just unbelievable. But Allen gets his first rushing touchdown of the year right here.
He faked the pass, and then he ran in, put the ball right over
and
the pylon,
right
touchdown.
In the pylon. Yep, touchdown Bills.
He didn't do the Austin Safarian Jenkins.
And just like that, this game, all of a sudden...
It's a 1-score game. Right now, D.D. Westbrook with a 15-yard TD reception. Jacksonville still down 37-19.
That doesn't change much.
But this kick will be an extra point here. Left hash for Hauschka. Hauschka's extra point. It's up and it is through. Down the middle, 16-10 right now.
This is a 6-point game now. This game's not over. There's 10 minutes left.
Not
and this
at
is
all.
a 1-score game.
We got ourselves one hell of a ball game right now. 16-10 is the score. Don't count out the Bills. They were able to march down the field. We got 10:21 left to go.
You know what
in
the
the fourth
difference
quarter
is? They haven't been turning the ball over in the second half. That's the difference. The first half, 4 turnovers. Second half, no turnovers. Now they're right back in the game.
That is the key right now.
You cannot turn the ball over.
Josh Allen's ball security has been huge in the second half. He could have got knocked down.
He almost had
out.
that pick on that long throw before the field goal. He's lucky that wasn't picked off, but this past drive, he was good.
This is a 6-point game, too. If Buffalo can get a defensive stop, like they've done throughout the game with this constant defense, this defensive line up front for the Bills looks dangerous. they can get a defensive stop, it's very likely they can. They can get the ball right back. If C.J. Mosley's not out there calling plays from his middle linebacker position, this could be a changed game if Buffalo does march up the field once again. And it's integrating Devin Singletary, the rookie running back, into the mix.
Yep.
He's been huge.
He's had a great second half.
First half, got the jitters out of his system, dropped 2 passes, almost dropped the third, but in this second half, he's just been huge, getting his first carry for 20 yards, and now he's got 4 rushing attempts for 70 yards with his long rush of 23 yards, setting up a 1st and goal for the Buffalo Bills offense, and they took it in with Josh Allen on the quarterback boot on the keeper towards the right. So that's been the key. Use Singletary. Don't use Gore. Frank Gore, 8 carries, 15 yards. Put him on the bench. He's only averaging 1.9 yards per carry. Put in Devin Singletary here. Somebody who's averaging 17.5 rush yards per carry. Put this guy in some more. Integrate him into the game plan. And you got fresh legs right there with Devin Singletary. A big burst of speed. Great vision. And he for sure can cash it in if he does have that opportunity. But that is the total difference in the second half here with a 6-point game. So I'll change this possession arrow over on Final Yard Football on YouTube and the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. What a day of football.
Just getting started.
Games all day long here. So Tennessee's up by 9 against Cleveland, I'm looking at.
Yep. And they got the ball back. So not looking good for the Browns. All the hype about Cleveland going into this season. Supposed to be a playoff team. Cleveland's going to be good for the first time in 20 years. Yeah. And they're going to lose week 1 to the Tennessee Titans.
Oof. A team that I picked that would finish 6-10 overall this season. And they get the W. With Marcus Mariota throwing a lot of incomplete passes. Vaughn getting the Browns versus Tennessee game on his TV. Oof.
Ooh. Well,
they must have switched them over.
That's better than Baltimore versus Miami.
Yeah, that LSU versus Texas game was fantastic, by the way.
Yep.
Okay, the kickoff goes to the back of the end zone.
I think every kickoff in this game has been a touchback. I don't even know why they do them anymore.
Too many commercial breaks here. That's why my stream's going to be like 3.5 hours long for football.
Yeah.
And 2 hours for basketball. All right. So the Jets back on the offensive end. We'll see if the Buffalo Bills D can get a stop here.
Another touchdown for the Titans.
Oof, that's over now.
28-13. That game's over now.
Carolina just got a touchdown that was 23-19.
Oh, they're making that game
extra point.
They're making that game close. Atlanta gets a touchdown. They at least get on the board versus Minnesota, so now it's 28-6.
Shotgun formation for the Jets. Darnold steps up into the pocket, passes left side, complete to Montgomery, and he gains around 3 on the play. Gets out of bounds. So ball out towards the 28-yard line here. Bless you.
Thank you.
Got a second down coming up with 10 minutes left.
Wow. 29-13. Tennessee over Cleveland.
The ever-changing course of the NFL. We can see for sure.
Well, that's going to slow the hype train for Cleveland down quite a bit.
2nd and 8 right now. Shotgun formation going 5 wide for Darnold. Darnold takes the snap. Back to pass. Passes right side complete to the 30 about, but he gets stood up right there for the Bills defender. Jamison Crowder hauling in another target tonight.
3rd and about 4 here. This is a big play. This is a big play coming up in this game.
Indeed.
3rd and 5, 1-score game. Bills can get their defense off the field, and
6 for 13 on 3rd down conversions right now for the Jets. I believe Crowder has
9 straight completed passes for Sam Darnold.
Crowder's caught 9 passes in this game. Sam Darnold, 9 straight completions right now. This is a huge play. 3rd and 5, shotgun formation. For Darnold, Crowder goes out towards the left.
No one on him. Quick throw to him,
and it's complete. First down.
They get the first down. There was no one even close to him. What was that Bills defense?
Jamison Crowder lined up towards the left of Sam Darnold as a running back, and then he went out wide as a wide receiver. Nobody on him. Took the short route, got the first down.
3-point game now in Carolina. Rams 23, Panthers 20. So that game's going to be really good going down to the wire.
8.5 here. Sam Darnold doesn't have a whole lot of passing yards, but Jamison Crowder does catching the ball. 10 receptions, 78 yards by Jamison. Darnold in the shotgun right now. You got 2 wide towards the right of the screen. Darnold passes. That ball is tipped. And it is caught by an offensive lineman.
That ball gets tipped at the tight end.
The Jets.
It was Griffin.
Wow.
The ball got tipped by the defensive line. It goes up in the air, and a bunch of guys had a shot at it, and Griffin makes the catch for the Jets. And that will go down as a completed pass for a loss, but better than an interception.
Matt Milano tipping the ball up in the air for the Buffalo Bills.
That was really close to a
second and 13.
And now we've got
ball
second
at the 34. Jets in the shotgun right now.
Safety's coming up to
blitz. They'll hand it off up the middle. HB
Bell
draw, nothing.
Goes nowhere.
Nothing there for Le'Veon Bell. How about this? Extra point pending, and the Ravens have a 59-10 lead against Miami.
It's going to be 60. Oh, my God. What an absolute disgrace of a game.
Oh, my gosh. We got a
absolute disgrace of a game.
NFL high score records. List of highest scoring
I remember
games.
The Patriots got
59
over the Titans. That's the highest game I can
remember. 3rd
and
12 coming up. Jets, quick pass towards the right to Crowder.
Crowder's got room.
And he can't get to the first down marker.
He's not going to get to the first down
Close
marker.
Though. He's 3 yards short about.
4th down and about 3 coming up for the Jets, who I'm sure on their own side of the field will punt the ball away. I don't think you're going for it in this situation, only up by 6 points.
6.5 left to go in the 4th quarter. They do send their punter onto the field, and this is huge for the Buffalo Bills that they'll be able to get back the ball here. So, looking at the highest scoring games, went to the Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants 72-41 back in 1966.
Wow.
They put up 72 points. But
they didn't even throw the ball back then. How do you score 72 points back then?
So the Jets here are going to punt for it. And then when we go into commercial break, I'll do a rundown of some of the highest scores that they've seen in the NFL. So Jets will punt this ball away. The Bills back to return it. Fair catch
right
at the 20. Dolphins should just forfeit already.
Yeah, honestly, they should walk off the field and forfeit.
So we'll have Josh Allen coming back onto the field in a 16-10 game with 5:55 left to go in the 4th quarter when we do get back here.
Can he lead his team on a game-winning drive?
That will be the question. Josh Allen with a poor first half in
Very
week 1, but
disgraceful first
4
half.
turnovers, but can he bounce back?
Can he lead his team on a game-winning drive? They've got over 5 minutes. They don't have to rush. It's not a 2-minute drill offense. They can run the ball. They can throw it.
They've finally been able to see somebody to break out on their team. Devin Singletary, get the ball to him.
Yeah,
he's
let
been able
Singletary
to break out.
run the ball a little bit.
I think like 4 carries for an average rushing yards of like over 20.
Don't turn it over.
Yards per carry almost for Devin Singletary in this game. But looking at some of the highest scores ever by a team in the NFL, the Washington Redskins scored 47 points, the highest total score ever, 113 points combined back in 1966 when they basically ran the ball and didn't even pass. Redskins beat the Giants 72-41. As far as other games with teams that scored 59 plus points like the Ravens are doing right now, let's see here. 62 points scored by the New York Jets back on November 17th, 1985 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They beat them 62-28. 63-35 was the final. The Chicago Cardinals at the time, this was all the way back in 1948, beat the New York Giants. So the Chicago Bears were not the Bears. They were the Cardinals back in 1948. And that's it that I see for teams that scored 60 points or more in a game. I see 58 here. I see 51-54.
We definitely had 59 when the Patriots beat the Titans.
Oh, we have a 70-27 game.
Ooh.
LA Rams over the Baltimore Colts in 1950. But
this is an all-time beatdown going on in Miami right now.
NFL highest score records for one team. Let's get this up here if we can. What is the NFL record for most points scored by one team? List the 60-plus point games. Let's get this up here. see, 66 points in the AFL in an exhibition game in 1967 by the Chiefs. 79-0, the Buffalo Bills won an exhibition game against the Jersey City Giants, but the Ravens right now with 59 points on their board. Last time I can remember, 59-0 Pats versus Tennessee. Okay, we're back to action.
Dump off there by
Dump
Allen.
off Allen.
Oh, what
Singletary,
a
nice juke
move, and
the
that's
right
a first
sideline
down.
and a first down. It looked like
I like this Singletary kid.
It looked like it was going for no gain. Man. Devin Singletary right now has kept the Buffalo Bills offense.
Where was this in the
game.
first half? Because the Bills' offense was awful in the first half. Why weren't they doing this? Why wasn't Singletary on the field?
5.5 left to go in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. So he was out of bounds just shy of the first down. Allen out of the shotgun ball at the 28. Allen takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to run towards the right, flushed out of the pocket.
And throws
Stiff
it
arm,
away.
throws it out of bounds.
3rd and 2 coming up.
This is a huge third down. By the way, Tennessee is at the Cleveland 7-yard line with a 1st and goal, so that game is finished. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes. He's only thrown 13 completed passes as well. So this is a huge 3rd and 2 coming up. Josh Allen right now, 2 for 4 in 3rd down passing. He's got 3 first downs by himself. Running the ball, he's been able to show that too. We'll see here, ball security is a must. Singletary setting out wide. Wide to the right. So 5 wide right now for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 2, ball at the 28-yard line. Allen, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking like he's going to run. QB draw,
he's
left
running
side.
for
and
it.
he takes the first down past the 30 to the 35, out of bounds to the 36.
What a great play design there with the QB draw.
Fantastic. They just set the edge right there towards the left side, got their blockers, and
they got the
picked up the first down.
Pulling guard and tackle out. They got the edge set by the blocking receivers, and Josh Allen just had easy walk up to over the first down marker there and well beyond.
So 4:45 left to go on the clock in the fourth quarter.
The Titans just scored again, making it 35 to
35 points for Tennessee. Who would have ever imagined?
Cleveland is getting destroyed on their
Allen takes
home
the snap,
field.
drops back to pass. Passes right corner of the field, and
Cole Beasley drops it.
Beasley dropped it. They would have been into Jets territory if he was able to hold on. 1st and 10 for Baltimore in that game, and they have the ball once again. 59-10 is the score there. And there's 8 minutes left. I'm sure they've been playing their backups probably since like late 2nd quarter, I'd hope. I'm sure we'll see the stuff out with the news articles after this game. Historically low Dolphins team. All right, 16-10 is the score. 4:27 left to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Josh Allen, the quarterback underneath center in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back to pass, passes this ball right side and complete. Diving catch down for a first down. Hauled in. Right there by the Buffalo Bills. It is Zay Jones finally receiving some attention. I think in coverage there was Tremaine Johnson, the 8-year vet for the New York Jets. Josh Allen, great read though with a comeback to the ball to Zay Jones. Zay Jones used his ability to get down on the field with a diving, sliding catch for the first down. Okay, we have 3:54 left to go. Looks like we have a Jets player down. There's a Jets player down right now. So 3:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. There's a Jets player.
Buffalo is
down on the field. So Buffalo here.
They're driving.
With the ball, with a drive, trying to get a go-ahead touchdown. C.J. Mosley, too, not being able to play on the defense, and that's been the key. What Vegas Vic's saying here is out for the whole game. It's been a complete 180.
Totally different Jets defense with C.J. Mosley off the field. They were dominant when he was out there, and since he's been injured and not playing, the Bills' offense has been able to pick that D apart.
Okay, so let's see here. The ball will be placed at the 44-yard line of the Jets for the Bills. So the Bills will get the ball back at the 44 with 4:27 left to go in the fourth quarter when we get back to action here. So 44-yard line of the Jets. On the last play was a pass Josh Allen to Zay Jones for 20 yards and a sliding grab by Zay Jones. So this is huge right now. This possession for Buffalo Bills because they're driving down the field right now. Thanks so much all for watching me. Final Yard Football on YouTube, the Sports Dish here. On Sportscaster, 2 streams going at it for 1 game right now on 2 different platforms. What a game. So Buffalo has the ball. They'll have it at the 44-yard line of the Jets when we get back here. So Tennessee's done. They basically got the W against the Browns. 36-13.
Kansas City's up 40-19, so that's going to be an easy win.
We got a close game, though. LA Rams against Carolina.
Very close game.
With 9 minutes remaining, 23-20, as the Rams are holding on to the 3-point lead. And then we just had blowouts throughout today. Baltimore, 59-10.
Minnesota's up 28-6.
We had an incredible comeback by the Eagles.
Down 20-7 in the first half to Washington. It's now 29-20 Eagles, and the Eagles have just entered the red zone. Certainly meaning that they're likely to get points at
The difference here in this game has been the rushing yards. 85 total rushing yards in the second half. We're back to action. Allen takes the snap, passes, check down pass right side. Nothing
Lost
there.
yards.
Looked like a loss of 2 on the play to Devin Singletary. They'll bring up around the 2nd and 12 coming up at the 46 of Jets territory for the Bills. We have 3.5 points remaining in this game. This is a huge drive for Buffalo if they can punch it right into the end zone. Second and 12 by Buffalo. Shotgun formation for Allen. Devin Singletary. In the backfield towards his right. Allen takes the snap. Back to
start,
Pat.
77.
Gonna send him back 5.
Offense, another 5 yards backwards for the Bills, and that is not what you need
Not at
when
all.
you're trying to have a game-winning drive here.
Penalties are a killer. We saw that with the Chicago Bears on Thursday night. They had a 2nd and 40 they had on the field because of the push-off. Taylor Gabriel pushed off on the ball and tried to go up for grabs for the ball. And it was the first big play for the Bears of that entire game, but he had to push off behind the DB.
Yep.
And he got called for in the pass interference, set him back. And then after that, just back-to-back penalties. Hey, what's good, James? Thanks so much for joining me. Yeah, Redskins versus Philly has actually been really close today, but Philly right now,
In the
3
red
straight
zone with a
touchdowns,
9-point
29-20. 3:13 left to go. Allen with a snap, rolling out towards his right pass. And it's
Open.
complete. Singletary past the 40. Juke
Goes out of
move and out
bounds.
of bounds around 2 or 3
Well, that
yards
makes
short.
it a
of the
much
first
more
down marker.
manageable 3rd down.
So it was a 2nd and 17. Now it'll be about 3rd and 3 or so coming up on the field for the Buffalo Bills. This is a huge drive. Yeah, really surprising that Washington was out to a 20-7 lead early in that game today.
Yeah, that was shocking. But Philly got it together.
Philly finally found their stride.
They got it together and ended up being a much more what we thought.
Devin Singletary responsible for 98 total yards. He can pass 100 on this play. Instead, they're going empty. Allen takes the snap, back to pass, passes left side. This is deep. And come back from the ball.
John Brown, touchdown,
John
Bills.
Brown.
Tie game.
16 even.
16, extra point coming,
We have a
but we have
flag, though.
flag on
Wait.
the play. I don't think this flag, no one, this must have come in really late. They're calling defensive pass interference, which was obviously declined.
Touchdown,
and the touchdown
Bills. It's a
stand.
16 even game.
The extra point
What
will
a
make
game.
it 17-16.
Such
Bills.
a sloppy game in the first half, and total 180 here in the second half. Wow, we're doing well on YouTube right now, boosting up. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. If you guys are new
Make
to my
sure
YouTube
you like
channel,
and subscribe.
hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Feel free as well. My co-host here, John, has a YouTube channel, Off the Wall Hockey. Subscribe to that as well. We're also on Sportscaster, by the way, doing play-by-play on 2 different platforms right now. This extra point
Ooh,
is
he almost
up.
pulled it.
Ooh, it is good,
It's
though.
good, but he almost pulled it. So
17-16 Buffalo with 3 minutes even left to go in the fourth quarter.
As awful as the first half was for Buffalo's offense, they've looked totally different here in the second half.
Incredible difference because
C.J.
of
Mosley
one player.
not on the field.
Mosley not on the field as the signal
and Singletary
caller. And Devin Singletary, the running back for Buffalo.
Used.
The rookie drafted and picked up by the Bills. Taking over this game. 4 carries for 70 yards right now. Averaging 17.5 yards per carry. He had a long of 23. And then that reception that Devin Singletary had to get this team to a manageable, I believe it was a third down play. It looked like he was going to get stopped for no gain. And got it to be like a 3rd and 3 from like a 2nd and 17 play was just incredible. It kept this game going. And John Brown with a touchdown catch. How about John Brown, guys? 7 receptions for 123 yards tonight. Just got a 38-yard touchdown grab. Welcome to the Bills, John Brown, the speedster from the Baltimore Ravens, former Arizona Cardinal, and have yourself a day, John Brown. So the Bills will kick this ball off, and every single kick of this game goes to the back of the end zone, so the Jets will take out starting at their own 25-yard line.
They have 3 minutes to march down the field.
So the Ravens right now, Vaughn, are at 59 points, so 1 point, and they'll be at 60. But right now they're at 59.
I don't know if they're going to score
I think
again.
There's
just, only 2 minutes left in that
Just
game.
run out the clock, take a knee, get the game over with, I'd expect. Okay, 1 point game now. And you got Corey Vedvik, who's missed a field goal, and he missed an extra point, possibly to be the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah, that could potentially play a huge role as the kicking issue for the Jets.
Here we are back to action. Sam Darnold, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line in the shotgun. Bell, the running back, towards his right. Darnold takes the snap, drops back to passes, check down pass, complete, and gain of 5 in the play.
Big hit there on Jamison Crowder. Crowder must have like 8 to 10 catches in this game. He has been very, very active for the Jets.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder right now, I believe that's 13 receptions.
Oh, wow.
By him.
More than I thought. Wow. That's a ton.
That's some good usage right there, that's for sure.
Scoring update.
Ball to 30. Quick pass, out route, and that goes just short of the first down. I believe that was Crowder.
Not that this matters much, but Jacksonville has scored against Kansas City again, making it 40-26 now. And the Rams are up by 10 points on the Panthers. They've scored a touchdown. And so it's 30-20.
This is huge here. 3rd and 1 for the Jets. 13 receptions now for Crowder for 94 yards. Darnold takes the snap, drops back, and look at the pass to somebody. Nobody open. He's going to chuck it up for grabs down the left side.
Oh, he's got it! Oh,
what
and
a deflection.
Underthrown. Ball is drastically underthrown to a wide open Robbie Anderson. And the Bills' defensive back is able to get back and make the play.
Levi Wallace coming in for Buffalo with a deflection.
Anderson was wide open, but the ball was so underthrown he had to just stand there and wait for it, and that gave Wallace the chance to get back and knock it away.
Now we have a 4th down decision coming up. We've got to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes even right now in this game. 17 Buffalo, 16 the Jets with the ball. For one last shot with a 4th and 1 coming up at their own 34-yard line. This is going to be quite the call in this game to go for. You need a spectacular play call. Some type of offensive design here to get the first down. It seemed like the Buffalo Bills had no hope in this game for like the first 38 to 40 minutes until they unleashed Devin Singletary, the running back. And then he ran loose, and then he was able to set up a touchdown run on the bootleg play, quarterback option, right side, and Josh Allen got it past the pylon for the TD. And then John Brown on the last drive, open for the TD grab, and the difference there has been the defense for the Jets. No C.J. Mosley. You have your play caller for the defensive end on the bench, and that's been the difference right now in this game. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this video here. Final Yard Football on YouTube, on the computer towards my left, the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster. If you guys are new to my channel, by the way, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that like button down below, as I'll be calling football games throughout the day here on the NFL. Pats versus Steelers, next one on YouTube for the late night game at 8:15. Wow. It's going to come down to a 4th and 1. It's going to be an interesting play call. If the Jets decide to punt for it and try to hold the Bills' offense, which they haven't been able to do the past couple of drives, or if they'll go for it, they only need 1 more yard to go for it. So they have a 4th and 1 around the 34-yard line, their own territory. So it's going to be a huge play call here by the Jets. Let's see here. Any close games going on right now? LA has taken a 10-point lead against Carolina, 30-20.
That's the only other close one. Philadelphia is now up 12 points on Washington.
Okay.
They just got a field goal.
So that game's a runaway.
This
is the only close game.
Yep, this is the only close game right now.
So this game right here you guys are watching is the only game that's actually close right now, 17-16. I knew it was going to be close. I thought it'd be like a 6 or 7 point win.
Carolina and LA certainly isn't over. Quick touchdown for the Panthers, and that's a 3-point game.
The Rams do have the ball, though, with under 6 remaining. Okay, here we are, guys. 4th and 1 for the Jets. I formation, handoff, up the middle.
Second effort, he got it.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you celebrating, Buffalo? He got the first down, you losers. Buffalo's defensive lineman was just celebrating like he stopped him. Second effort just got the first down.
He could have plugged them up the middle if he hadn't celebrated.
He should have been stopped back there, and they didn't.
1st and 10 now for the Jets. Shotgun formation. Darnold takes the snap. Plenty of time. Deep pass, left sideline.
Deep down the field, and he's wide. Oh, he overthrew him. He was open, too.
Missed him by 2 yards right there.
Darnold
Robbie Anderson.
him.
Could have had him free down the left side of the sideline.
We got a flag on the play.
Could have been a touchdown grab. 1:29 left to go in the 4th. Here's a flag in the field. We'll check the flag.
Defensive penalty, hands to the face on Buffalo. That's an automatic first down, and I think 15 yards for...
Jerry Hughes, the defensive end for the Buffalo Bills.
Can you believe
commits the penalty. So moves the Jets even further to try to make this a comeback W. Sam Darnold, man, taking his shots down the field. The left sideline right there, just overthrew it just a bit by 2-3 yards over the head of Anderson. Darnold now, shotgun formation, bought the 40-yard line, the Jets territory. 60 yards to go before the end zone. Darnold takes the snap, drops back, quick pass, it's batted down, incomplete with 1:26 on the clock. That game, by the way, has gone final. Baltimore has beat the Miami Dolphins by a final of 59-10. So that game has gone final. So we have 1:26 left to go in the 4th quarter here. The Jets with the ball on the 2nd and 10 at their own 40-yard line here. Thanks so much all for watching on YouTube on Final Yards Football. Also on Sportscaster on the Sports Dish. Josh Allen, shotgun formation, Bell out towards his left. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, and that one is batted down, almost intercepted. If the DB had 2 more steps on it, it would have been an interception by Buffalo and could have sealed the game. Brings up a 3rd and 10. Wow. Back-to-back batted down passes by this Buffalo defensive line here. That was Lorenzo Alexander. 13 seasons in the NFL, just got the bat down. All right, Sam Darnold.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. He's 10 for 13 on 3rd down passing. We have 1:22 left to go in this game. Darnold in the shotgun, Bell out towards his left. Darnold takes the snap, back to pass, passes deep down the right sideline, and incomplete. Nobody there.
No one there for the Jets.
No.
Almost intercepted.
Had 4-man coverage. Right there, 4 players by the Buffalo Bills. Almost a sliding, diving grab at it right there for an interception by the D for the Buffalo Bills. But there was no green jersey in sight there for a wide receiver for the Jets. Brings up a 4th and 10. This is huge. 4th and 10 here, guys. 1:17 left to go in the 4th quarter. If the Jets convert it, they keep this game alive. If Buffalo comes down with a stop, the Bills would complete the comeback. They were down earlier in this game, 16-0. This is huge. 4th and 10. Ball at the 40. And we have a timeout, I believe, on the field.
Yes. Buffalo takes a
timeout. Taken by Buffalo. Sam Darnold, man, in the second half hasn't been able to do anything for sure. JJJ Santos. Le'Veon Bell early on, he was able to produce on, but in the second half here, just nothing from Le'Veon Bell either in the second half.
And the Titans just scored another
43.
touchdown.
43 right now by Tennessee. That offense, Tennessee.
No, that was a defensive
wow.
touchdown. There's been a bunch of Baker's been throwing picks the whole second half.
All right, this is it, guys. 1:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. We have a 4th and 10 at the Jets' own 40-yard line. A first down to keep this game alive for the Jets as they have the ball. Darnold in the shotgun formation. A defensive stop in Buffalo would win the game after being down earlier 16-0. Darnold in the shotgun, running back towards his left. I believe that's Bell. Darnold takes the snap. Back to pass. A wobbly pass. Nobody there. Incomplete. This game should be over.
That game's over. And there's a flag on the play.
This call is going to be huge.
Offensive holding, the game is over.
Holding by the offense. And the Buffalo Bills should be coming away with a W today. (16-0). The Bills were down. And 17 unanswered points here. The last 13 plus fourth quarter comeback that they've had point-wise for 13 or more point for a fourth quarter comeback came against 1997 against the Indianapolis Colts for the Buffalo Bills. 17 unanswered, all in the second half here by Buffalo.
All with C.J. Mosley off the field for the Jets.
Ace formation right now for Buffalo. Just don't do a Jeremy Hill and fumble it. They hand it off to Frank Gore. Try to rip out that ball for the Jets, and they can't. 1 yard on the play.
I assume the Jets will be calling their timeout.
Jets have 2 timeouts remaining. It looks like they'll take that one. So they have 1 timeout left. We have 1:07 left to go in the fourth. The turn of events in this game has to be this guy. Devin Singletary. Have yourself a game, my friend.
And C.J. Mosley being off the field completely changed that Jets defense when Mosley got hurt.
And John Brown getting open for the touchdown reception. What a comeback by Buffalo. They showed it in the preseason. I think they were down it was a preseason game. They finished 4-0 in the preseason. 2nd and 9 here for the Bills with 1:07 left to go. 1 timeout left for the Jets. They'll go ace formation. They'll hand it off to the running back. I believe that's Gore up the middle. Gain of 3. Gets stopped with 1:02 on the clock.
And timeout for the
Third
Jets.
down coming up for the Jets.
So the Jets are out of timeouts now. They've used their final timeout. There's 1:02 remaining, and it's third and a fairly decent amount for Buffalo.
Last win the following 4 or more turnovers for the Bills came in the first half. It was against 1997. 1997 against the Indianapolis Colts. That is crazy. That's how you play clean football. They did it in the second half. This is huge here. 3rd and 7, 1:02 left to go on the clock. Did the Jets run the ball here and they just pin them down with a punt?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, with a play call.
I would not risk the turnover. Nope. I'd hand the ball
Allen,
off.
Yes, he will. He'll hand it off up the middle. They'll gain around 2.
Punt the
so
ball
they're gonna have to
away.
punt it.
Pin them down. You can let this clock run all the way down till about 20 seconds left. So
this is an 18-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. 45 seconds on the game clock, 27 on the play clock right now. So 4th and 5 coming up. The Jets to get this ball back. Buffalo will probably take a timeout anyway. This clock goes down past 30 seconds now. They'll run this clock all the way down. 25, 24, 6 on the play clock, 5, 4 on the play clock, 3, 2. And it will leave a timeout here with 19 seconds left to go. So we have 19 seconds left to go in this game with a 4th and 5 coming up. And Corey Bajorquez has to puck the ball away for the Buffalo Bills. You want to watch out, though, if this punt does, in fact, somehow, some way get blocked. You want to watch out for that, too.
That would be a game
changer. That would be devastating for the Bills. for all they did with this comeback. Okay, 19 seconds left to go, 4th and 5, and Buffalo will punt this ball from around their own 45-yard line or so. 19 seconds remaining. Here we are, guys. Hit that like button if you're new here to the channel, Final Yard Football. Thanks so much for watching me on Sportscaster. Bojorquez punts it away from his own 45. Jets called a fair catch, and they'll let this ball bounce into the end zone. So 12 seconds left. 12 seconds left remaining in this game.
No timeouts. So
no timeouts.
This is either got to be passed to the end zone, which you're not going to do.
Does the Jets have a Miami Miracle in them? That's what we'll see here.
They could do a long pass down the sideline and get out of bounds, and if they're in field goal range, maybe go for a field goal, but...
12 seconds remaining, everybody. In this game, a 1st and 10 coming up. The Jets are down by 1. Do they have what it takes to complete the Miami Miracle? They'll start out from their own 20-yard line right now. Sam Darnold in the shotgun as they'll go prevent defense here for the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully they didn't put a tight end out with Gronkowski.
No.
To get the angle.
Wow, we got a game in Carolina.
Yeah.
Panthers just made it 30-20.
So, both of these teams have 0 timeouts remaining in the 4th quarter right now. If you guys are new here to my YouTube channel, hit that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Also subscribe to my co-host channel, John from Off the Wall Hockey, as he's going for his road to 1K.
Yep.
So here we are, guys. 12 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Prevent defense. You got players all the way back for the Buffalo secondary at like the 20-yard line. Okay, Sam Darnold takes the snap, back to pass, passes. Short little check down pass to get out of bounds around the 30.
I don't know what the point
25.
of that was. That's not helping you in this situation at all.
It just took 4 seconds off the clock.
And for 7 yards. That does nothing for you in this situation.
So we have 8 seconds left, guys. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Oh, so for even less than
5
7 yards.
yards.
5 yards.
Ball at the 25-yard line here for the Jets.
This game's over.
Do they have a miracle? Darnold takes the snap, back to pass here. Passes, middle of the field, lateral,
they're trying a
over.
hook and ladder
hook
play.
And lateral,
it doesn't work.
Passes,
now they're just chucking the
right
ball
side,
around.
And it's in. Deflected in. The Buffalo Bills defender lands on it, takes a knee, and
does
this
that
game
count as a fumble?
Is over.
For fantasy, does that count as a fumble? Because that's an extra 2 points for me if that's a fumble.
This game is finished.
And can you believe, after how awful that first half was for the Buffalo Bills, especially their offense, they won this
They were
game.
down, and they won this game. They were down 16-0.
2 hours ago, I was calling the Bills a disgrace and a joke and pathetic, and they won this game. What does that say about the Jets? Wow. Maybe the Jets aren't as back as we thought.
Well, they needed C.J. Mosley out there. That was the problem. But also Devin Singletary, man, coming through for the Buffalo Bills in that second half. We'll take a look towards the total statistics here. Josh Allen, 4 turnovers all in the first half, but second half, he bounced back.
Much better in the second half. They didn't turn the ball
Best
over,
pass
which
of the
is
game
the difference.
Was the touchdown pass to John Brown. He was the leading wide receiver today in this game for the Buffalo Bills. 7 receptions, 123 yards receiving by John Brown. Welcome to the Bills as he grabbed the receiving touchdown to put the Buffalo Bills with a go-ahead touchdown 17-16. But Devin Singletary, man, he had some big plays, being able to avoid the open field tackle, bounce off a tackler when he should have got back to the line of scrimmage, took it for like a gain of 8 and kept the drive going, made it a manageable 3rd and 2 on one of the plays. And Devin Singletary in this game today, 5 receptions, 28 yards. But his biggest part of the game came when he carried the ball. 4 carries for 70 yards in this game by Devin Singletary. A long of 23, averaged 17.5 yards per carry. And Devin Singletary was the difference. Le'Veon Bell, though, today only had 60 yards on the ground on 17 rushes. It could take him to be a little bit acclimated into this game. He did have a touchdown reception, though. 6 receptions, 32 yards in the game for Le'Veon Bell. But the player that saw the most volume was the slot receiver over from the Redskins, Jamison Crowder.
He had a very good game.
17 targets in this game by Crowder, 14 receptions, 99 yards. Saw tons of volume today. Sam Darnold couldn't even get a 200-yard passing showing, 27 for 40, 1 touchdown pass, averaged 4.5 passing yards per pass.
Wow.
If you want to win games, you have to get a whole lot better. But the problem here for the New York Jets was the kicker. What Vegas Vic's point pointing out in the
Honestly,
chat
yeah.
here. Yeah, the
He
difference.
missed a field goal and
the
an
extra
extra
point.
point. That's
17-16 is the final because
So-
of the extra point that he missed wide left.
that
And a
kicker
field goal.
just cost the Jets this game potentially, and
he'll get cut tomorrow.
Most
likely.
He should get cut tomorrow. They didn't even use him the rest of the game.
But,
After that missed field goal, they didn't even use him the rest of the game. So,
hey, what's good, Tree? Thanks so much for joining me. Unreal comeback, 16-zip. The Bills were down, and they came right back and beat the Jets. As this game is over, we'll switch it here. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me here. As I'll be back tonight, Patriots versus Steelers. I'll be doing the play-by-play of that call. The Sunday Night Football, the banner night at Gillette Stadium. I'll have the call for that game, but I appreciate it, everybody here out in the chat.
Yep.
YouTube today, Sportscaster as well. We had strong streams on both of these ends.
thank you guys for watching.
Yes, and thank you guys so much, and it's been awesome here. Great two-man crew, that is for sure. Hopefully you'll see some more streams throughout the season here. And make sure to subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. John's YouTube channel is Road to 1K there on YouTube. But I'm going to wrap it up today on YouTube here as I'll stop this stream. But thank you guys so much for being a part here of YouTube. I'll be back tonight, Steelers versus Pats, for that game, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, as this is Final Yard Football here on YouTube. I'm going to end the stream right now.